sit by the fire and hear the tale of 5 steadfast adventurers as they explore the mysterious isles of Doctor. Join us on the sword-casting adventures.
Alright, you're gonna have to bear with me for a minute because I'm probably gonna mess this up. Alright, so there I was. I'm a dragon, but I'm also Bells. But I'm also me inside of Bells, who had turned into a dragon, flying through the air, carrying Yorick, the dwarf, who's just raining down fire on top of this creature. The elven warrior Wraith just fought with precision and skill and cutting down the creatures who were originally the townspeople who succumbed to this weird cloud of death. And Flare is just flying around. She's a woman just with the fire hands punching the shit out of this thing, just knocking pieces off left and right. Eventually she gets dropped to the ground. I fly down, drop the dwarf down, turn back into Bells, and get Flare back up and running. Then we all kind of look around and realize Arthum, the holy man's just gone. No idea where he went. The creature, seeing all of us grouped together, obviously saw an opportunity and charged us. I was sure we were going to get trampled that minute, but the wizard stepped in front of all of us chanting, and boom! This thing was just blown to pieces. Solved the mystery of the missing holy man. He was inside the creature's guts the whole time. Bells, got him back up again and got Arthum, back in the fight. We regrouped and went about cleansing the city. Came back, started to marshal our forces again, get ready to go, and honestly, that's when things just went to shit. End of the water. First 1, then 2, then 3, then I don't know how many more of these creatures came. We barely killed the one. Flare took this guy right away. Just ready to go back into it, but they hit her with bow chunks and corpses, knocked her out of the sky, and just stomped her to death. In her final moments, she exploded in a rain of fury and fire and died a truly heroic death. Bells, me, fought well, but in the chaos got separated from the group, went from offense to defense. Bells thought to cut through a building just to try to get a breather, but they dropped the fucking building on him, me, and that's when everything went black. I was told Wraith met his fate at the hands of 3 of them as they ripped him to pieces. Arthum, the holy man, back on his feet again, died valiantly trying to defend York, was crushed under a pile of rubble and feet, I guess. York the wizard fought to his last and in an explosion was launched across the battlefield and left for dead, but somehow lived. I guess he rose later to carry on the battle standard for the comrades who fell, which is another story entirely. We all snapped out of it eventually and took some time to recap to each other. We all, I guess, brought something back. It wasn't just us in their minds, it was them and ours. We had knowledge of things, places, things that were left undone, spots that maybe we could help amass some power, desert libraries guarded by clockwork leviathans, ancient cities fallen to creatures of the Underdark, where the staff that felled one of the beasts is housed, and a sword called Night's Whisper, owned by a pirate king. It's weird. I want revenge for a death that was and wasn't mine. I want to face these creatures head on and meet them in battle. But I know that would end in my death because I'm not strong enough yet. But we will rise to this challenge. We'll marshal our strengths and we'll win. I don't know how. Oh, I have a bunch of stupid fucking songs stuck in my head.
Welcome back. We find ourselves, again, you stand now in the midst of Timber's chambers where you first met her. You have been discussing a few things that you have seen upon your vision, and she has allowed you free reign of the entire thicket. And as that, she informed you an old friend was part of the gathering, and so on, as you heard that familiar voice behind you. Well, look what the cat dragged in. I'm sorry, Timber. What are you all doing here? I'm surprised. I didn't expect to meet up with you so fast, but I heard you were here, so I thought I'd come visit. You all look pretty solemn. Why is this? What is going on?
It has been a long day.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, we have much libations down below. If you so wish to join me.
Yes, please.
It's good to see you, friend Moravi.
It's good to see you too.
How do you get here so fast?
What do you mean?
That's exactly
By my
what
cart.
I was going to ask.
But how does the cart get here? Does it float?
No.
Good talk.
Yeah. 4 wheels, invisible stallions. What? I'm not sure exactly what it does.
Does it ride on water?
No, it doesn't ride on what.
Elduin, how does this cart work?
Wheels
do
fold
not
in like the
know.
DeLorean.
Exactly. It never actually touches on it. Though I feel like Doc Brown is.
I assume there is some
Kidding.
enchantment that Morabi is being bashful about, but
Probably.
All right.
I mean, there is, it is multicolored after all. So
All right, well, it's nice to see you anyways, man.
yeah. And you all made it here safely. It seems. It is a pleasure to see you again, Amelia. It is. I'm glad to see you still one with the group.
Wait.
I'm glad you're safe.
You as well.
Was this in the movie? Yes. Okay. Never mind.
But I feel as though we shall not overstay our welcome and let the boss cat get back to her business. As she goes, you see Timber kind of like wave down Marabi at that point and go, "It is fine. Take as much time as you wish, but I do have to deal with a few things." And actually, at that moment, you see Rinza kind of come in, and you see Timber kind of beckon her over, and you notice Rinza go up close to Timber's ear and whisper something, like put a cupped hand over it, so you can't really see the mouth, but you see her whisper something, and you see Timber kind of acknowledge and say, "Yes, we should go then. Come on." And as that happens, Timber goes, "As I said, you have free reign. Make yourself at home. This place is, for all of you, a home away from home."
I'd like to read Timber's face and just see if it was good news, bad news.
Sure, roll an insight check.
Not great. 12?
12? It's hard to tell. It doesn't... There seems to be a little bit of worry on her brow. But it doesn't seem like, a family member has passed.
Okay.
Bad.
Okay.
So,
Hey, Marabi, have you drank the giant juice stuff?
the giant juice... What do you mean, giant juice?
You'd know if you had.
Okay, no, then
Pretty
probably
badass.
not.
You should try it. It's pretty...
Is
Get
it,
you crunk.
it is liquor?
I mean, I was a tabaxi for an afternoon, but we all died.
Was a vision.
Are you here to be our chaperone, Moravi?
That was the plan. Giant...
Don't pay attention to him.
I mean, I'm shaking it off. Does anybody have any residuals left? I have a bunch of stupid fucking songs stuck in my head.
Morabi, have
Like
you
a
ever had a
lot.
bad trip?
My skin is kind of warm.
Yeah, right? It's something sticks around. Like, I'm just like, oh no, humming stupid fucking songs to myself. They're gonna be there for a minute, I feel like.
No, I would say generally speaking, I enjoy most places I go to as long as they are hospitable.
Alright, well, anyways, we got catching up to do.
Yeah. Malak's here too, so he'd probably want to say hello.
Oh yes, hello. Have you encountered any fantastic wares in your travels?
Of course, it is kind of what I deal in. I mean, that is my job.
I mean, since the last time that we saw you.
Well, yes, of course.
Okay.
That is my job. It's what I deal in.
I see.
Alright, yeah, let's do some shopping, man. I want to see what you got.
Oh yeah, let's start with a tour. Did all the thick tusks over there give you a tour on the way up, or? And you see Rinza daggers. Like,
That's-
daggers.
Is that the orc?
I just
Yeah.
didn't quite hear what you said. I was like trying to piece it together. And
Yeah.
that was all. Got it.
We didn't exactly get the tour.
Nah.
They don't understand how to treat new guests. Guests is the right term, I think.
My grandma was an orc and she had the same disposition as that lady right over there.
I'm
rude.
sorry?
No, I'm just saying they're not always like super friendly.
Oh, yeah, no. Generally, no. I mean, she can be nice. In the right situation,
true.
she's great. And
Yeah.
throw a few back and she's amazing. But, right now, she... Once again, you just see her, like, kind of just do a heel turn and, like, walk off military style straight out as you see Murabi kind of chuckle to himself about it. But no, please, let's get going. We have a lot to show you. There's many places in this area. Let's let us go to the west portion of these buildings first. It will take a little bit. Luckily, there are bridges across, so it's not impossible to travel from one to the other. But I figure ending at my cart and saying hi to Malak will be a great little nightcap.
All right, yeah, let's do it.
As he does, he kind of like just ambles out and follows. You see as he kind of walks you around out the front door of this building, he kind of turns around this large, what seems to be just a branch of this great tree, just sticks straight out like a column, holding a high bit of foliage above you, almost like a canopy. And he kind of walks right around it, and off to the left, as you turn the corner, you actually see a long, what seems to be a long sloping staircase, all carved out of one of those branches as well, one of the offshoots, and just carved right down the center of it, leaving this natural bridge that was kind of formed to how they needed it. And it seems to lead right down to one of the kind of step, like mushrooms down below. And kind of just starts walking down. Throws you. So I hear you met. I remember you meeting Silence. Did that all go well?
Yes.
Yeah.
It went fairly well. Belnier lost his pub over it, but
Well, what can you do? I mean, he kept his head, right?
that he did. That he did.
Well, then, I mean, he'll make another.
I'm sure he will.
He's a resourceful man. He is.
Yeah.
He just seems a bit.
Broken up about it.
Yes, that's the word.
Nothing kegs of ale cannot solve.
It's true. I hope we see him again soon.
So yeah, he leads you down. He points out a few things as you go. You notice that below you, there's a lot of seemingly residential area. In front of you, as you kind of walk down, he points over the sides and points down at different buildings, and you see homes and families running around and people just going about daily life upon these humongous mushroom-like steps. They seem that they have carved out and built town like almost a full-on city of buildings on each of these plateaus, basically leveling them off and then building up from there. And it looks, minus where it's set and kind of how it's all built into the tree, it looks normal, just almost like a treetop village. And there's a lot of people. You notice a large portion of like tabaxi running around, but you do see a swath of other races, things like half elves, or elf kind in general, humans, a few furbolgs here and there, and spotting of other races.
We are heading east first.
Heading west first.
Okay, got it.
Excuse me. And he goes, so yeah, any crazy adventures when I was gone, or did you guys just smooth sailing, have a nice little vacation trip?
I mean, we saw a few things, fought a few things, learned a few things.
All good, right? It's good to have knowledge, and
I mean, everything we learned was pretty universally terrible, but I mean,
I'm sorry.
like not bad to us. It's just bad stuff. Like we didn't hear any like real like, oh, good news. Here's the thing that's better now. No, it's all pretty much the opposite. But
Oh no.
Not yet, but we will make it better.
oh, I'm not trying to be doom and gloom. I was just answering the question.
No, you're right.
Yeah, it was all pretty fucking awful shit.
It was.
He kind of looks at you and goes, "I'm so sorry. I
I mean, you know the state of things.
well, yes, of course. I mean, I was hoping, you wily adventurers would have you had like a ruckus night with some booze and
We saw these little gnome guys with metal feet kick these kids to death.
And Marabi is stopped for a moment. The first time I think you've ever seen his jaw kind of like stop flapping. Oh,
I mean, yeah, it was fucked up.
yeah, that's not good
it
at all.
was, yes, some dark events happened on our way here.
Well, I'm glad you're all seemingly made it out in one piece.
That lot paid for their transgressions.
Excellent.
Oh yeah, they're dead as fuck.
As well they should have.
Tolius and Rain killed like a dozen of them. You guys were just fucking wrecking those guys.
That's what I do.
Yeah. There's like kids kicked the shit out of babies, and then those two went and just killed a bunch of kids, but the kids had beards.
Okay.
They weren't kids, they were evil fae creatures.
And I was busy with the fucking necromancer guys or whatever they are.
I do wonder what they were.
I don't know.
Anyhow, yes, we have encountered some foes. We've dealt with them.
That's good.
We've also met some wonderful creatures.
Excellent.
It's true. We met the druids.
Oh yes, they're very nice, aren't they not?
are-
I've had some ruckus parties and their festivals are quite fun to go to.
We also met the bear.
The bear?
Yeah, bear spirit.
Bear spirit?
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Okay, so I'm just asking right now. You've all been holding out to me, correct? Is that what this is? You've I party. I enjoy things.
I'm cool. I'm hip.
I gave you.
Hello, fellow kids.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually. You
Hello,
remember those
fellow
berries I
adventurers.
gave
I'm
you?
cool. I party.
I gave you some of the same berries.
Wait,
Yeah.
I didn't take. Oh.
Yeah. Fucks with it.
Telling you.
I will. I did not know. I remembered you telling me something, but I thought it was all just like hearsay druidic crap. But
No, you were pretending like he's like, okay, I've done something like this before, but I think maybe you thought it was something different than what it was.
I think I did. Okay. Well, good to know.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
It was. Well, still have them. I mean, lots of drawers in my cart.
Well, I mean,
It's like a week ago.
be careful who you sell those to if you decide to flip them.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I will
we
take
go.
them myself. I think me and Malak needs a little bit of vacation every once in a while, or meeting a bear. I'm still not sure exactly what that means. At this point, you've officially made it down to the first level. You find yourself basically on the second tier of this area. You kind of walk into this residential area. You see people running around all over the place. Then Marabi kind of points over, and there's a break in the mushrooms, and you see what looks to be almost a like a training ground. There seems to be large high walls with arches that are freely open, and inside there's just a large almost circular shape of just an arena-like area, but a good amount of people are in it, seemingly standing there with hold up, seemingly standing there with the dwarf you had all seen with the salt and pepper beard and kind of blonde tones that were on one of the lizards. He seems to be leading the crowd in a form of like training or something like that, and they all kind of look like your normal residents. They all have what seems to be like a spear or something like that, and they all are going through the motions and practicing. And you all hear the kind of the like ha and ha kind of flow across the wind as they all go through each of the formations. And he goes, "Oh yeah, that over there, that is the military and training district. It's where they house a lot of the actual true warriors. of the truth, as well as where they keep weapons and any equipment necessary for any strikes we go out with. Also, where they keep the lizards, which is very fun if you ever want to go have a nice, enjoyable day. Kazo she is very nice and allows you to pet them and feed them, kind of like a petting zoo for giant flying lizards. Surprisingly, much more fun than you expect.
I shall have to experience this for myself at some point.
Yeah, I've never seen them. They're Thrux lizards. It's very interesting creatures. I've seen small flying lizards like this, but never some on such large size. And from what I hear, she's actually the person who discovered this species, brought it back from the brink of non-existence.
Very interesting.
Oh, do you think she'll sell us some flying lizards?
I don't know if she owns them. I don't think she has the ability to sell what she doesn't own.
Oh, they're not like horses?
No. She like Timber is more on the druidic side of things, and I believe she more. How do you say?
She speaks with them.
Well, yeah, she communes with them and asks for their favor to assist more than trains them. They are their own creature.
Oh, then we can just fucking ask them if they want to go with us, and we don't have to give them any money.
That is true, I guess.
Well, listen, I could talk to animals. We'll just be like, hey, it's pretty badass over here.
It's true.
And then we don't got to
And
pay
we
for
have
it.
that ability.
Yeah. Thought we'll come back to it.
If we need it, certainly. I thought you wanted a boat, though.
I do, I'm not gonna lie, but like a flying lady roll, like you could keep the lizard on the boat.
I think
Right?
you could.
I mean, I don't know. I just figure like that would be like an
Aircraft
entrance.
carrier.
I've never really flown before, so I don't know if I'm good at it. Have you guys flown anything?
No. I have not.
No. Well, we probably all suck at it. Maybe we should stick to boats.
I mean, like anything else, it just takes a little bit of training.
Yeah, I don't know if we have time to like
It
take
can't
a...
be worse than riding a horse, right?
Who knows?
Doesn't seem like that. I see it. It seems like you need a lot of core strength.
That's true, you do.
I'm not. I mean, like that time I almost fell down that bottomless hole. It kind of like spooked me a little bit. Like I don't know. Like maybe I just gotta like just nut up and just like get on a flying lizard.
I mean, yes. Like,
I mean,
I'd
if
say
we have
yes.
the time, then I think it's a worthwhile endeavor.
All right. We'll come back to it.
But
Whatever.
Pirate King.
I know, right? Yeah, we found out about a pirate king. What do you know about a pirate king, Robbie? You've been all
pirate
over the
king?
place. Yeah, an ocean shade.
Oh, Ocean Shade. I've been there here and there. I mean,
They
from
got a
what
pirate king?
possibly. I mean, it is a pirate like bastion. I hear that a lot of dealings go on there. I mean, I've been there once or twice.
They don't have like a ruler, like a main pirate,
From what
admiral,
No, I mean, last time I saw, they had a mayor.
a mayor.
A mayor.
No one wants to be the fucking pirate mayor.
No.
That doesn't instill
did-
fear in anyone's heart.
I did not say pirate mayor. I said mayor, like mayor.
Oh, it's just like a normal mayor.
Yeah.
Equally not as cool.
I mean, maybe, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure. He seems like a decent guy, but like he doesn't seem very piratey.
Well, fuck, I can't kill that guy. And then take
I mean,
his... You can't just murder someone and become the mayor.
That's not how the democracy works.
It's not at all. You can't just like, you gotta like... Oh.
No,
All
if I'm
right.
not mistaken, what's his name? And you see him kind of stroking his
Wait,
beard.
is that how it works?
No,
I, like,
not
kill a
generally.
mayor?
Not
And then
generally.
I'm the mayor.
It probably sucks to be the mayor of like a pirate town. Like you can't get anybody to listen to you.
Yeah.
I mean, the brothel game is probably really good. Yeah, no one listens, but
Yeah, it's like
you can hit people. I don't think most mayors get to just hit people they don't like.
that's fair.
Just leans from like fantasy pirate to like real world pirate. You are the captain now.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
no,
I am Captain now.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how it works. No. I do not believe so. But if you need to see him, I mean, what is his name? It's Bregor. Bregor Memon, I believe.
Oh, well, that changes everything. There's a mayor, not even a pirate king.
I mean, there's here say that there's he kind of puts up his fingers
I mean-
in big air quotes, pirate king. But
You might not be able to kill a mayor and become the mayor, but you can probably kill a mayor and become a pirate king.
actually,
Oh,
I
alright.
have been to certain places where if you kill a mayor, you
right.
become the mayor. But that means killing a horse, and that's never that fun.
This is fucking A. This shit's
Also,
complicated.
that is no form of government that I really want to be part of.
Fucking, my head hurts. Okay. Kill the mayor, become a pirate king.
No. That's not how it works.
Since it's a pirate town. It used to be a pirate monarchy, but now
Now it's a pirate democracy.
yeah.
You can still murder the mayor and become the mayor.
I mean, granted, I do know that there's a lot of pirate doings there. So if
We'll
you
figure
go,
it out.
maybe there is a pirate king. Maybe he keeps himself hidden.
What kind of a fucking king keeps himself hidden?
A criminal one.
Yeah, but that's like, you're
One
the
that
king 'cause
people
you're
want to
like,
kill to steal his title.
Fuck.
Oh, shocking. What a revelation.
It just doesn't seem manly. Like, you're like, I'm the king. It's like, you should be like up in
Corpses
front and
aren't
stuff.
manly.
I don't know.
They're dead.
It just seems like a waste
That's
if you
just-
can't. It seems like a waste
You
to be
hit
king.
that
if
hammer
you
right
can't
on
be
the nail.
out,
Wait.
like out doing stuff is the king, you know? Like you don't want to be like a secret king.
Why do that when you could have other pirates do your bidding?
'Cause that's not what being piratey really is. Like it's about an image. You gotta
But
be
it's
out
what
in
a
front.
king does.
Yeah, you gotta be like out in front of things. So image is a big part of it.
This is why I'm not a pirate.
Yeah, it's not for
true.
everybody.
That's why I'm not a pirate either.
You gotta like cultivate an image. You can't
I'm
just
too
be,
fluffy. I like being all like, I enjoy myself, and I don't like to boss people around except Malak.
I mean, let's come back to it. We'll figure it out when we get there, I guess.
Okay.
We improvise most of our shit anyway.
Hey,
We're trying to find a sword.
Yeah.
I believe
sword. What kind of sword?
a famous sword.
A famous sword. Ooh.
Yeah, it's called the Knight's Whisper.
No, don't think I know that one.
Alright, well, we'll let you know if we find it.
Oh, please do. I mean, if you don't want it, I could always sell it. I bet the famous legendary sword gets a high price.
Alright, we'll see. I don't know. Let's find out. We'll see what it does first.
This has all gone on as you've been walking through the just like through the streets. As you kind of pass through a few different places, Marabi seems to know a lot of people. He seems to like stop, wave, and everyone seems to say hi and kind of give smiles as he goes by. But he turns and he kind of points to this long bridge. It looks like a rope bridge that's pretty well maintained. It seems like you see a few planks that look like a lighter color and almost look newer. Seems that they continuously replace anything that breaks. And the actual ropes are held together with living vine that kind of wraps around and holds taut, so that everything is kind of so that no one happens to fall, at least by sake of that. And he kind of points and goes, hopefully no one is scared of heights, because we have to cross that thing, as he points across it, which leads to the eastern side of these kind of plate mushrooms. And he starts walking across and goes, yeah, I mean, as soon as I left Moor Beach, it was straight off and about. I sold a few things. I went to a few places. Met a lot of interesting people, but seriously, I got out of there the second you guys did, because I saw that place was going downhill very quick. Have you heard anything about it? Is it,
Yeah, we haven't.
No.
no? It's not good, from what I hear. But, and he keeps walking. As you do, you make it to the other side, and again, this whole area seems very residential. Almost all three of the tiers are filled with buildings stacked on top of each other. Huts and other things kind of clustered in very close together. And a lot of people running up, but it's interesting. This whole place, this entire area, feels like a town unhindered by the oncoming force. It seems like people know about what's going on and don't take it lightly, but no one here seems to let that break them down. They all seem to laugh and play and live life as full as they can in this area, and a lot of them seem to. You haven't seen that. Even in Ostwald, it was a much more reserved. Even in a place that was supposedly kept safe from the outside world, being that the Vale itself is dangerous. It was still reserved, and people knew of what was going on. This place, there's a love of life here that you haven't seen since you've been on the Sword Coast, since you've been home, wherever home may reside for you all. And it's refreshing. I mean, again, I don't want to speak for your characters, but it seems very just honest and earnest as you do. And Marabi has that cheeriness about him as well. And it kind of just ekes into everything. And finally, as he makes it to the other side of this long rope bridge and kind of like, giving off little details, like tells you about a basilisk he had to capture at one point, and he kept the eyes in a jar. Thankfully, the jar stoned over, and now he can't sell it. But hey, it happens. But once you make it there, you see this very large area, and it's huge. It has a long thoroughfare right down the center, and across all of it seems to be a lot of tents, a lot of blanket. Like, it just looks like a giant free market. And he kind of looks around, and as he does, he's like, "Welcome to the open market. This is where all commerce in Firelit Thicket exists. They keep it very separated, so it stays here. So anywhere else is learning, teaching, living, that kind. But here is where you can enjoy yourself. You can really let go. There's the taverns and the shops, and people can enjoy those little intricacies of life that you don't find in the midst of the forest."
It's one part party district, one part
Absolutely.
shopping mall.
And you see it as he does. He kind of leads you down, and there's a lot of things you see. Like, you see, he kind of starts pointing out different things as you go. He goes, He goes, this place here, pretty straightforward. Winter is the proprietor. He's pretty much sells you anything you need. Any little things you might need to make it to the day, any traveling items you might need, things to update your pack if you don't have rations, things like that. Then we have things like the two lovely ladies in... in this place, and you see him point out to this actually constructed building. It seems like it has a little bit more woodwork in it in the front piece, though it does seem to kind of end in almost a like cloth or almost tent-like structure by the back. And there's a small sign right on the door that says Moonsong Gem Emporium. She goes, "Those two lovely ladies, they do a very good job if needing anything cut. If you have a significant other who needs a ring or just wants something pretty to have on yourself, these are the people you go to."
What was the name of the first shop you mentioned?
It's Winter's Wilds. We also have...
Good to know, Marabi.
Yes. And as he passes by that, you see... Looks to be more of like a tent-based structure. And out of it seemingly pours a bit of almost smoke, but it seems more like lit incense kind of pouring out, and a very heavy herbal scent can be smelled as you pass by it. And he goes, "This is the Nightshade's Apothecary. A place you can get things like potions and other bits and bobs when needing liquefied magic or other equipment that you might need." Actually, Zilra is one of my favorite shop owners. She always seems to have just the right amount of acid on hand whenever I need it. And He looks over at Grimtuck as he kind of turns around. He's like, not that kind.
I mean, I need a couple days, anyways.
So not so soon.
Yeah, you don't want to piggyback on that.
And then you hear, and this one is actually very open. It's just a tarp kind of leaning over to cover any form of like rainfall, but there seems to be almost a forge kind of built into the back of it and an anvil, and you hear that solid thrum of hammer on metal. As you do, you see this half-orc sitting there, just burly, sleeveless with a heavy apron, and he's just very into his work as he hammers down upon what seems to be a sword of some kind. This is the Stormforge. Gordon, he makes a very high quality weapons. Nothing crazy, but we've been working together on a few things. So I highly recommend, if you need anything, he's the man to go to.
Anything magic over there, or just like normal stuff?
Oh, as I said, me and him, we've been working on a few things.
All right.
So
all
maybe one day, maybe soon, we'll see what I can eke out. It takes a little bit of time, obviously. So you never know. If you come back, maybe you go make yourself Pirate King. You come back, we have magic items, maybe.
Apparently it's Pirate Mare, but anyways, yeah.
It's not a pirate. It's just a mare.
Oh.
Why are you so hung up on this pirate thing? I mean, I know what you said. You were a pirate, right?
I mean, I guess I technically am. I don't know if you ever really stopped being a pirate. You just stopped pirating at the time.
Yeah.
Like it's more
Pirate
of like
sabbatical.
a lifestyle. Yeah, it's like a lifestyle.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
I mean, like when you come back from killing the mare and becoming one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how that works.
It was the first time civilized stuff made sense. You just kill the guy and
Yeah.
take his job.
100%. That's
Yeah.
exactly how it works.
That's
Done.
pretty much all.
Why stop at Pirate Mayor when you can be Pirate President?
I mean, commandant, maybe.
Commissar.
Yeah.
Yes, but
Pirate Commissar.
those you have to campaign for. It's
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
it's just a long process. But yeah, you give me a little time. Maybe I'll throw some enchantments on his stuff. I'm working on it. And then we've been talking about it. Of course, there's also outside of everything else, and he kind of walks past them all and goes, there's always the Black Stag. Not the shop, but the bar, which is very important to know. I can understand healing potions and rations aside, but alcohol is important too.
Yeah. I think we could probably all use a drink at the end of the day for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What time of day is it, by the way?
By this point, it's probably within like mid-afternoon, getting closer to evening. It was definitely, you're very much out for a few hours.
We're staying here tonight, right, guys?
Yeah.
I was wondering what our plan is.
I think so.
I think we owe ourselves a night of
Yeah, I'm just gonna like go buy something dumb and then get drunk. Is that alright?
Hey, it's your money and your liver.
I mean, from what you were saying, I would say it's probably a good idea to take a nap and rest up after experiencing your, never mind. I don't actually need to know.
I kind of just want to go buy a shitload of weird potions.
Yeah,
Like that could be fun.
it's true.
So like I breathed fire that one time, and now I'm just kind of into it. Like not with breathing fire specifically, but like who knows what else you can do.
It's true.
Here, wait, one moment. Do
I'm
you
gonna go
mind
like check
breathing
out
fire,
the like
Jason?
the gem place. the
Yes.
while you're all kind
robbing
of
it?
chatting about this, Marabi goes, "I'll be right back," and he runs into the Black Stag.
What are we doing at the gem place?
I don't know. I just want to like buy something dumb.
You buy like gems? I mean, we got gems.
Yeah, I know.
You want some of these gems? Is that
We'll see.
all right?
I would
I mean,
go with you.
Robbie
I would-
always has like.
I would go with
interesting
you to the
stuff.
gem
Maybe we
emporium.
should wait.
Yeah.
That's true too. I just want to buy something fun and get drunk and relax for a night before we like go to the desert.
Well, we do need to figure out where we're gonna go.
It's true.
That is true.
Moments later, Marabi comes back out and has something in his hand and tosses it to.
It's drink tickets for the bar.
Some tokens.
Yeah,
Complimentary.
complimentary drink tickets.
Tosses it to Amelia. Do you catch it? It's not hard. It's not like you like.
No sleight of hand check.
Did we roll?
No, it's a key. And actually, he kind of pulls out another set and tosses it over to Metolius too, and goes, "I don't know how long you're staying, and so after tonight, it's on you. But welcome to the party. The rooms are on me."
Well, that's very kind of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
That is very kind. Thank you.
Thank you, Marabi.
Where is this?
This is the Black Stag.
The Black Stag.
The Black Stag. Best watering hole in all of Firelight Thicket. Also, pretty much the only one, but the best one. And as he kind of says that, and of course, we cannot forget as he walks you around the corner, my cart. And in front of you, you all see a different colored cart as you, let's say, roll a d6.
Ooh, it's even different than last time we saw it.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
been different twice for me.
I thought they were the same.
That was.
Nope. It's been
Okay.
different both times.
Okay.
No, mine's been different. I've been keeping
6.
track.
1.
1.
4.
2.
2. Orange, yellow, violet, and green for both of you.
Okay.
Wow, your cart is colored loud.
Of course it is. It's my cart.
I mean, I'm into it. It's a change.
I have a
for sure.
question. Is there like decoration that are the same color every time, but just like the wood base? The wood base stays?
Just the kind of the there's
Or-
like a white trim, like kind of
Okay.
giving like a nice like decoration to the sides.
Oh, it's
Uh-huh.
orange
But,
and
like-
white like a creamsicle?
For you.
Okay, that's obnoxious.
Really obnoxious.
But
Looks like a
most
Sprite
everything
can
else
to us.
most everything else is one solid color.
Mine's squirt.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, let's see what you got, Marabi.
Yeah.
I'm interested. You always got a bunch of cool, weird shit.
And as he kind of puffs his chest up, it's like, I try, I go far and wide for these items. So it's nice to come back with something that people actually like buying. And as he says that, he just kind of, you see him walk over to the first of the spoked wheels and kicks it. And as he kicks it, the folding step folds down, and the door opens. And he jumps back in, and then the door slams shut. And then you hear him, as though his voice echoes down a long chamber, longer than a cart. You hear him call, Malak! Malak! Our friends are back! Come on! Get out of there! And as he does, you see just like, as he opens up the two kind of double windows on the front and steps up his little step stool and kind of goes, nah, Malak will be out in a moment. He's kind of stuck far in the back. But as he claps his hands, two long tables kind of shoot out the sides, kind of making this squared off pattern. And as it almost unrolls, you see things kind of littered across the two tables. And he also pulls out just a full like palette of, well, not a palette, just a full square of the blue potions, as well as he pulls out a small white pillow, and then what looks to be a small jar filled with kind of thick orange liquid, and he just kind of sets it on the pillow. And he goes, here, take a look. I have many new items I thought you might appreciate. I also have a few returning. Let's see. What do I have now? I have 2 of those books that you did not want last time. I have one of bodily health and one of quickness of action.
Weren't they really expensive?
Oh, yeah. They're absolutely
How much?
really expensive. 40,000 gold.
Which one's the 40,000 gold?
Both of them.
So we can get 2
Like
for
together
40,000.
though, right? Yeah.
No, what? No, it's 80,000 together, of course.
I mean, like, never mind.
Oh, yeah, friends and family, you can get them each for 39,999.
I think, like, you just pull those books out to tell us how expensive they are. I think you know we can't afford that. Like, I
Don't
feel
know
like
it.
it's just.
I have no idea what you've been
I think
doing.
it's a humble brag, is what they call it. Like,
Hey, just because I gained another one of these manuals from a random person that you don't need to know about doesn't mean that I'm humble bragging.
that
Just means that I
sounds like
have-
somebody who robbed somebody for it.
I did not rob anybody. Being that they're no longer alive means it belongs to me.
You can kill someone and then rob them. That's almost what most robbers do. Still robbing someone.
Eh, they weren't using it.
All right, yeah, all right, cool.
Well, also, we have what? You see this, basically, real world terms, you see a square of Vanta Black kind of set into one of the pillows there.
Oh, what's that thing?
Oh, that, well, if you unfurl it, it is a portable hole. It allows you to keep things in it, or open it. It does a lot of things. If you put it upon a solid surface, it can open. If you it opens, extra-dimensional space. What the?
You can put it on the ground and a coyote will fall into it.
Oh, yeah.
It happens so often. You know how many coyotes I have to pull out of that thing? It's the worst.
So you
Not
can't-
one roadrunner.
Can't leave it.
Every time I try. I'm calling Acme next week.
Can't leave it. Can't leave it out. You gotta put it away every time.
It's
Too much
true.
of a liability.
Can you
Yeah.
put it like on a wall and then walk through the wall? Is that how it works?
Nope.
No. It just
They
makes...
doesn't know that, but just knows that's
Yeah.
not the case.
No.
Grimtuck doesn't know
No.
that.
It just makes a space to hold things in. Though you could put it on a wall, it wouldn't. You wouldn't want to walk in.
Oh, I got a bag like that.
Oh yeah, don't put it in that bag.
Bet you it'd be badass. 'Cause you can
I-
go inside the bag.
Give me a sec. I want to know if Marabi would know.
I mean,
I
Yes.
would hope.
I would.
I would hope.
He told him not to do it, so
Yeah.
I think he knows.
So if you do that, which I don't recommend, let me state right now. Again, I am a non-liability business, so you can do whatever the fuck you want.
I learned through the coin incident.
Yeah. But if you put it in there, you might have a very interesting trip into the astral plane.
I don't know what that is, but I don't want to go. I'm
You
busy.
don't?
Well, we just had a very interesting trip. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm cool on travel for a while.
Yay!
I like that.
Until tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta give my brain a bit.
Also, I would say out of anyone else, Amelia, you see a pair of boots over on the left side, and these are very interesting boots. The design of the actual boots themselves look very familiar, though the wings on the edge just seemingly look like kind of feathery wings, not the same as Flare. And he goes, "Oh yeah, it does let you fly if anyone needs to fly. I mean that is a thing to use."
That was pretty fun.
Was pretty. You've owned a pair of these. Oh man, I'm not even giving you stuff you haven't had before.
I have not had them before, but the little trip that we just came back from, I had a pair.
Oh. How was it? I rarely ever sampled the wares, so.
It was something different, I can say that.
But you can actually like fly. Ooh, I'm glad I'm not telling people lies.
How much are you looking to part with those for?
They are 400 gold.
It's pretty cheap.
It's not
I
that
mean,
bad.
You can
Comparatively,
find
I mean, you
these.
can fly.
You can find these a lot of places.
Flying boot? I've never run
Is
into
that
one
including
flying
our
person except
friends and
for-
family discount?
Yes,
Over the table, do they require attunement?
they. Yes, they do.
I would assume.
How much for the portable hole?
The portable hole is 2,000
I see.
How's a hole more expensive than being able to fly?
because the hole is an extra dimensional space.
Yes.
You can't fly.
Never mind. It's not for you.
I know, no, I don't want either of them.
But
I'm
you
just-
can't fly.
We can't fly.
You
No.
could put a lot of gold in that hole.
You could put a lot of
Does
gold.
the gold,
need a
does the
gold
hole
hole.
come with gold in it?
The hole does not come with gold.
Then now I'm cool.
Gotta pay the gold toll to get in the gold hole.
Yeah.
So there's a gold troll.
Oh, that's good.
second to last, you see he points to a small statuette, silver in make, and looks kind of like a raven or a crow, and goes, that is a what is it called? Figurine of wondrous, no, not wounding, wondrous power. It turns into things.
What's
it turns
the
into a
figure?
bird.
Oh. Eldon, if you want some money for that whole thing, I can loan you some money.
Teak stares at you. Oh, never mind. I thought you were saying for the 4 feet that wonders.
No.
Wow. Teak stares.
I was ready
daggers.
for you to offer the statue.
Nope. I'm just like, oh, what you about that? I mean, if you want it, I don't know what you do with it, but you probably think of something cool.
Indeed, I can think of many cool things. But I will be reserved. I don't know. I would like to see all my options before I make a decision.
Okay, well, you also have my wonderful blue pots, which, I know
Your
not
blue
your
pot.
age, and I do not make assumptions. But if you want that, get up and go. Hey, that's what this is for.
No thanks.
Oh, okay. Well, also I have this apricot door gem.
What does that do?
It gems doors.
What do you
I
mean?
might be interested in that.
Apricot is in color or in some other way?
He pops the top open,
Oh my god.
takes a huge fingerful. In taste, as well as in smell.
Like you could put it on a door and then the door doesn't open?
Well, a great thing about this little wondrous item is you take it and you smear it upon the door, and it jams shut.
Well, let me ask you something. Because, like, most doors that I kick in are locked. Is this just locking the door and then I can still kick in the door?
It gives it a bit. I mean, think of this though; it's magical. So
I mean, okay.
usually it adds a little bit of oomph that you would need to kick in said door.
Alright, whatever. Alright, cool.
It does not
That.
lock; it jams.
Alright, I guess that makes sense.
So that even the person with the key couldn't open it.
Yes.
Like the door is jammed.
Oh, okay.
Wait, there's probably another part to that, right? Outside of character, I can't remember what the
Oh,
other
yeah, there
thing
is.
Yeah. I know the pun, but
You
I
also
can't remember how it works.
It kind of like, though, if you did want to open it, though, you could take the jar and smash it,
Yes.
which allows the door to be ajar.
Fucking bullshit.
Fuck you.
So much!
I'm gonna go now.
How much is that, Robbie? How much you charging for that one?
Woo, one sec. There it is. It is.
Fucking asshole.
Apologize to our listeners who just drove off the road.
You made the smart choice.
Out of anger. They did it on purpose.
Take me with you.
So much. That's my favorite.
It is 100 gold, my dear.
Oh shit! I'll take that.
Okay. It you get 5 servings.
You
I
did
mean,
say you were gonna buy something stupid.
Yeah.
I love it.
you get 5 servings with 1 jar.
All right.
And he passes it down to you, and it legitimately, like, he leaves it capped off. It smells like apricot.
Oh yeah.
And then he passes you the cap, and but yeah, if nothing else, feel free to look around, buy what you wish, and
I might take a trip around to see the rest of the bazaar, but I'll be in touch.
not a problem. As always, my doors can be opened.
I think we could use that portable hole. I would contribute some gold.
It's a pretty good buy.
Agreed. This is a useful thing. I just unlimited.
And it
funds
has
at
like
the
way
moment.
more space than a
It's
bag of holding
huge.
too, right? Yeah.
That's like the thing. Like instead of the bag, it's bigger.
You could fit a dragon sword in it, my friend.
Oh, I've never seen one, but I've heard they're fucking awesome. All right, cool. Okay.
I have not seen one either.
It's worth buying.
So
I'll
it's
throw
10
a
feet
little
deep,
bit.
6 feet wide.
Yeah, it's big.
Marabi, do you happen to have anything that would help bolster one's defenses?
Not at the moment, my dear. I apologize. I'm a little light. I wasn't able to get away with as much as I expected.
That's all right. I just figured I'd ask.
No. It's good. I mean, granted, you might enjoy the the manual, but it is a very steep price.
I mean, I got some stuff. I mean, maybe we could trade something or find something.
That's true.
I mean, I probably got more than I need.
Oh, as do I. I'm not worried about the price. I'm just trying to find something to...
No, I mean, like, I got stuff to keep me from getting hit, like, probably more than I need.
Oh, I see.
So, I don't know, let's go see what we got. What do you got? You want to trade me something?
Don't have a whole lot. What do you have?
I got these bracers, and I got this ring.
What is the ring?
I don't know, it makes me harder to hit. Same as the bracers.
Wouldn't you need that then?
I mean, no. Not really. Like, I don't know. I'm pretty fucking sturdy.
I mean, obviously, yes, you are.
So, like,
I mean, and the harder he is to hit, the less scars he ends up with, so...
I'd probably be more inclined to get rid of the bracers just because they rub up against my fucking, my already awesome gold wristbands. It chafes a little bit, is what it is, and they just clash. It's like gold on gold. Like, I know it's badass, but it's like kind of gaudy. I think like it's too much, you know? It just doesn't look.
Over the table, do they require attunement?
Yes, they do.
Fuck.
They are bracers of defense.
Yep.
To attune.
Are you filled up?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I've had 3 items since you guys met me.
Yeah, I have not. No. But my attuned items seem to be both defense oriented. And
Hey Rain, you want to go see that gem emporium?
Yes, I really do.
I will go with you.
Yes, I will tag along as well.
let's go to the gem store.
Marabi, I am still thinking about them boots.
Yeah, boots.
If
You
About
want
them
me to
beans.
hold
Them
it
boots
for
are
you?
made for flying.
I mean, if somebody
They'll
is
fly all
offering
over
you
you.
good coin for it, I wouldn't
Thanks
want
for
to
that.
take that away from you.
I appreciate
If
it.
someone's
Got
willing
you.
to pay me a good $200 above what I asked you for.
$20.
Absolutely. I'm sure I will come to a decision before the evening's over. I'm sure once we're done shopping and taking in the sights.
As I said, my doors will always open, and they never really close.
And I imagine that we will hopefully be seeing you again this evening.
Oh yeah, I mean, once they do close, I usually close down at the Stag. I figure if you're staying there, I will see you there to drink.
Of course, that's what I meant.
Then yes, my dear, I will make sure to try not to sell those boots for you.
Are you just in your normal form right now?
I am.
Okay.
Mask down.
Yeah.
Nope.
Word.
No, sorry, it is down. Yes,
Yeah.
I thought you said mask on, which I still fucked up. But
Yeah. That would be also on.
Yup.
Alright, let's go to this gem store. But yeah, I mean, let me know if you change your mind. I don't really need these that much.
I will think about it. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so you all, excuse me, you all kind of wheel about and go backwards to the Moonsong Gem Emporium. So yeah, you turn and leave Marabi's cart. No sign of Malak, but Marabi seemingly had to call for him for a while. So you go off to the Moonsong Gem Emporium. At the storefront, you see a lot of very nicely cut gems kind of set within the very front of the store, and then throughout inside is these long tables with a desk in the back, and seemingly someplace a curtain that houses something behind, maybe a back room where they actually cut the gems. But as you open the door and you hear that lovely chime of a bell, this very fair Tabaxi woman kind of walks out of the curtains. She has very thin features. Her skin sits at this almost very stark gray. If you want to put it into real world cat terms, like a Russian blue. So very thin face, tall ears, very fine gray fur, and she is decked out to the nines. She is covered in beautiful, like a beautiful dress and a very nice necklace and gems on her fingers. And she kind of comes out with a very wide open gesture and goes, "Please welcome to the Moonsong Gem Emporium. I am Moon, as the name states, and how may I assist all you beautiful people?"
I'm just browsing your wares.
Please take your time. There's many things to see, and there's you can always get anything custom made if you had something specific you're looking for.
I'm looking for diamonds.
That's fair.
I can ask what we have. Is there anything in particular you're looking for? when it comes to diamonds?
I have about 300 gold to spend. I would either like one diamond worth that amount or several worth that amount.
As in several 300 gold diamonds, or
No, several totaling. 300.
yeah. Let me check. And you see her walk over to the curtain and kind of pull it and go, "Song, my dear, Song, do you have any diamonds cut? Anything that we could sell a lovely gentleman out here?" And you hear kind of a little bit deeper of a voice. It seemingly still is tabaxi in nature. You still hear that kind of accent, kind of little in their voice, but you hear, "Yes, yes, Moon. We have. I have a few diamonds I could part with. You say he needs 300 gold. I can do that." The voice itself still seems feminine in nature, just a little bit deeper. And she turns around and goes, As you may have heard, we absolutely do have the amount of diamonds you may be looking for. More if you need it, but I could cover our bases."
300 will be fine, thank you.
Not a problem. And you see around, you see just lavish, almost like velvet pillows kind of lining the two sides of this counter. And all of them are filled with different beautifully cut gems. Obviously of different makes and probably different price ranges, but you still have these just very nicely set in displays all around
Just
you.
out in the open, huh? On these pillows.
Seems like it.
Wow. Bold.
I'm curious if you have anything of a magical nature first off.
Sorry, sir. We rarely deal in magic. We are here just for the actual gemstones themselves. A lot of magic users come in utilizing our gems for magic items or things like that, but most of our stuff is not magical in make.
That is all the same to me. I figured I would ask. May I see your sapphires?
Ooh, I can go check and see if Song has any, but we may have just run out. Let me go see. And she kind of like bows, and as she does, she leaves. And behind her, as she kind of like moves now out of the way, you see a very like a nicely, very well positioned pillow set behind the counter, just off to the side of like this curtain, and in it sits this black pearl, probably about the size of a quarter, and just this beautiful black sheen, very pure, very like just very well, well polished. And she kind of goes, you hear a bit of talking. It's hard to tell because they're behind curtains and stuff in the back, but you hear there's chatter between the two. And from out of the back, in real world terms, a straight tabby with almost like golden hued fur kind of steps out from the back. This one has striking blue eyes, and she wears more of a utilitarian outfit compared to the very lavish dress that the first one had. She seemingly has like a firm apron and a set of what look to be magnifying lenses that are set on a headband that wrap just around the edge next to the side of her head. Kind of holds at either side of her eyes, and then has these armatures that kind of pull down and kind of go in order. And I would say some of you may have seen that in your travels through different cities, but they look to be magnifying glasses. And she kind of walks out, and as she steps out from the back, this small, pale green prism comes out with her and sets about just a little ways out from her head and orbits. And you hear her go, what did you need when it comes to a sapphire? How much did you need?
I'm interested in a setting for a ring. It is more...
So you're saying you have the sapphire?
I do not have the sapphire, no.
Oh, is it one for just your own just fashionable purposes? Is that what you're looking
Yes.
for? I could make you the setting. I don't really have the stone at the moment, but I could put in an order. It would take probably maybe a week for some of our distributors to bring them out.
I see. I do not know my schedule very well, so you'll have to excuse me for a moment.
Are you actually like turning around and leaving, or are you?
I mean, I was just sort of like just taking a step back from the counter
Okay.
and letting somebody else talk to them
Sure.
if they wanted to.
And this now this Tabaxi stands there and goes, and she seemingly pulls a pouch and puts it on the counter.
One of you was looking for diamonds, correct?
Yes, I was. I think Metolius has been like pulling gold out of a pouch this whole time, counting it.
And she kind of goes, I had 3 diamonds, 100 gold apiece. You wanted 300, correct?
Yes, I did.
And she kind of passes over and puts out a gloved hand to.
I put a pouch with 300 gold in it.
She takes it. You see her kind of like meal it about for a moment.
It would probably be several pouches.
Sure.
Since
She
that's a
like
lot
kind of
gold.
takes a moment. You see her almost like count it without opening it. She puts it away.
And she goes, thank you for your business. I appreciate that. Please, if anyone else needs anything,
I have many things. You see around you. You see a lot of different options. You see, a beautiful set of garnet, some jade, moonstone, jasper. All of these things kind of laid out in different prices. She goes,
any of the ones you see over on the far side, I have for about 10 gold.
and that includes things like a moss agate, a lapis lazuli, a malachite.
And then she kind of points out, this section here is all 50 gold gems.
You're looking at moonstone, jasper, zircon, that kind of thing.
And over here, 100 gold.
That's jade and garnet, as well as a Chris Sobero. That's a really hard gem to say. And finally, of course,
And of course, the prize of my collection, this black pearl, if you so wish. It is never found an owner, but I'm always on the lookout for one.
And how much is it?
It is 500 gold.
And is it just a pearl? Like it's not? Is it in the
are
setting
you
at all?
in over table or asking in character?
I'm like looking at it. Like
It looks like just a pearl.
this pearl. Okay.
Just a pearl. On a pillow. And you see at this point Moon, who is the one in the much more lavish outfit, kind of come back out and goes, you see her kind of cup the shoulder of Song, who is wearing all of the equipment, and goes, you see her kind of look over and go, honey, you need to go back to your work. I can take care of this. And you see Song kind of go,
Yeah, it's true. Well, my lovely wife will take care of you. If you so need anything else, please. We very much appreciate your patronage. Enjoy the day and your gems.
and she kind of bows and lets herself. And again, and Moon chimes back in, if there's anything else you would like, we have a wide selection of things like diamond dust and other options, but sadly, as stated, we are a little lacking in the form of magical components or items. I apologize.
I kind of want a ring.
We have many gems that can be set into rings. Is there a specific one that caught your eye?
Something darker, something not like super brightly colored. Like maybe a garnet, perhaps.
I could get you a garnet. Would you just want just a simple ring with the garnet inside?
Yeah, relatively simple. It's been a long time since I bought myself something nice, and I want to treat myself to something.
I will say it'll be 150 gold for the entire piece. Gem and then the setting included.
Deal.
And she goes back. She pulls the garnet off the pillow, goes into the back, and doesn't take very long. You hear this odd sound of like almost metal scraping against stone, but it's very quick and precise, and it's over as fast as it was heard. And as she walks back out, she has this beautiful pouch, and she walks over and opens it up and pulls out this very finely, almost like curved, almost vine-like band that the garnet, now cut down, is set inside and well held. And she goes, "Does this sit to your liking, my dear?"
Yes, absolutely.
And she puts it back in the pouch and hands you the pouch. And then puts out a hand for the gold.
I hand it to her.
She does that same thing where she seemingly just kind of mills it about in her fingers and seemingly counts it as though this is not her first rodeo. She just knows the weight and feel, and as she does,
She's a jeweler. I would expect her to.
she slides it. She slides it away out of sight and goes, "Yeah, please feel free to keep looking around and ask any questions you have. And any of these can be placed into a setting, be it necklace, be it ring, be it brooch, pin. But yeah,
And that pearl, it's just a pearl.
it
It's
is a
not
black
magic.
pearl.
No magic involved.
No,
Just
no magic. Just a very nice pearl.
okay. Noted.
I would expect. I've heard things of people using pearls as things of magic, so you might be able to. It's very fine. Gem,
Oh, it's gorgeous. Yeah.
so you might be able to use it as such, but I do not know such things.
Oh, just wondering.
Okay, well. And she kind of like looks at you all like.
And you said a week on the sapphire, yes?
It did sound like it would be a week for us to get. Again, it's the mine may be local, but it does take a little bit of time.
Yeah, it's all right. I fear that I will not be around for a week, so thank you.
Okay,
Oh, I'm sure I'll be back though.
I can always hold it. It's not what I mean. What is worst? You put in money, you come back, you get it when you have returned. We would not sell it for at least a year.
Do not know where my travels will take me. How much?
For the sapphire, pure sapphire, for what that is, it's looking at close to maybe 1,000 gold for the whole thing.
It's pricey.
There's a lot to pay for without walking away with anything.
I could allow for something like what is it called, a down payment, if you wanted to put half now. It can be returnable if your choices are not met or you are not pleased with the product.
No, I think that is all right. Thank you. I appreciate the efforts.
Of course. You can also always call a. I say call ahead.
Call ahead. Give us a ring on the.
If you send a message via our way, we can always prepare something for you. Though I do believe we should have sapphires in within the week.
Okay.
Well, if nothing else, I appreciate it. Thank you all for your patronage, and thank you for checking out the Moonsong Gem Emporium.
Thank you very much. I'm sure we'll be back.
Just turn around and leave the gem store.
Yeah. So in your shopping trip, you also have...
The second we walk out the door, I like take the ring out of the pouch and like put it on my hand.
It fits oddly perfectly. It just slides right onto the your ring finger, I'm guessing, or did you want to put it on
Middle finger?
Slides right onto your middle finger. Doesn't seem to like change. It's not as though it's magical, but it was sized perfectly with just a look.
Perfect.
So yeah, you now see Rain's very beautiful garnet ring. Is there, so now around you there sits a few different places. Winter's Wild, Stormforge, and the Nightshade Apothecary if you wanted to check it out. Otherwise, we can go to have a drink.
I head to the forge.
Got it.
I'll go with you to the forge just to look
Yeah,
around.
I'd at least go check it out.
Yeah, I want to go to the apothecary, but a forge is a forge.
That was my next stop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tags along.
I think Metolius would head to the bar and check it out.
Okay. Metolius, you walk off as the rest of the group kind of meanders over to the forge as this half-orc, once you make it there, you notice this half-orc still at it, seemingly at a different piece at this point. But this half-orc is gray-skinned, well muscular. He, again, seems to have, he just kind of keeps it to bare minimum when he's actually working on the forge. He does have large blacksmith gloves. And he looks to be, especially for you, Grimtuck, you notice that he might be closer to middle age for a half-orc. You see the wrinkles on the sides, and he obviously has a bit of age upon you. And yeah, as you walk up and you enter into the forge, he kind of stops what he's doing and goes,
Welcome to the Storm Forge. You all look new. I don't think I've seen you around. Well, where's my manners? Let me introduce myself. I am Gordon Stonecleaver. And this is my shop.
Greetings and well met.
What can I do for y'all? We're looking for axe, sword, some armor.
I am interested in some armor, possibly.
I have many different kinds. What kind of armor do you wear, my dear?
She kind of holds open her cloak, and I currently am wearing some studded leather. I was wondering if you might have something similar that bolsters the defenses a bit more.
hold up.
Just do what I do and wear less. Looks great. Just less. Just take the hits.
Less is more, as some say.
Yeah.
She doesn't exactly look like a person who could take the hit like you.
I mean,
You fine gentlemen.
you hit her and then ice happens. It's pretty badass.
That is pretty badass. I don't want to test it out, but I would love to see that in action.
Maybe you will.
Well,
He kind of walks over and thinks about it for a second and goes,
can you wear something like this?
and he pulls up what looks to be a breastplate. Something similar to Metolius's, but obviously not in the same design. And kind of goes,
It's pretty simple, but it does the trick and definitely would protect your core a little bit more than some studded leather.
It does seem a bit cumbersome, though.
Well, comparatively, I mean, it's just your upper torso. Are you not one to wear armor more than what you have?
Not normally. I need to have a bit more movement about me to be effective.
What about,
he kind of, you see him kind of go over to what looks to be some cabinets. and he pulls out. He opens it. You actually see a few different kinds of armor kind of set in the side. Pulls out what looks to be just a shirt made of chainmail. What about this? This is a chain shirt. It can sit underneath your robes if need be. Something similar to what you're wearing. It's a little lighter.
It still looks a bit heavy compared to what I'm using.
Well, then, miss, what by chance are you asking for, if not for something a little bit more protective?
Would you maybe happen to have something that's magically enchanted?
Therein lies the issue. The moment I've been working with that small gnome in the other shop, the one with a cart.
Yeah,
We've been-
Robbie.
Oh, you know him.
I do.
Well, I've been working with him on a few things. We haven't actually worked out exactly how he can enchant my wares, but I am working towards getting enchanted wares. It definitely would raise the price and maybe fill my pockets a little more
Of course.
if I be so bold. But sadly, at the moment, I don't have anything.
That's all right then. I'm seeing Marabi this evening. I will just speak to him about that then.
I let him know that I'd be willing to make a deal with you if you wanted to discuss what you needed. It might take a little bit of time, though.
A commission.
Yes. Yes, I will do that. What was your name again?
My name is Gordon Stormcleaver.
Gordon. My name is Amelia Whiteheart.
It is a pleasure.
And he puts out a hand. He actually pulls off his glove to put out his hand. And roll me a perception check.
I think that's going to be an 18. Yeah, 18.
As he pulls it off and puts out this just very huge hand, you notice an odd tattoo right where the glove was covering. It looks like ones you've seen on the Hecatontries, like shields and on their armor. That same kind of circular pattern with the arms. Just puts it out.
I just stare at it.
I'm sorry.
What is that?
A bit of my past. I don't usually have people care about anymore. It's been a long time, but I defected from the battalion years ago. Sorry, I'm not used to new people just seeing it. Everyone around here has known me for quite a while.
I hope you can imagine our surprise. I know you don't know us, but we have had quite the dealings.
I'm sorry. I know they're the things they can do. It's why I left.
How long ago did you leave?
By now, 5-6 years. It feels like ages ago, but I still...
You see him kind of wince and shake his head.
But that's the past. I apologize. I should have warned you. Especially meeting new people. But
He puts the glove back on and takes the other one off and puts out the other hand.
I shake his hand. Reluctantly.
I would be happy to do business with you. Whatever it is you can figure out with Marabi.
Thank you. I will speak with him and see what we can come up with.
And you see him now kind of sheepish at the interaction he just had, but he still kind of pulls himself together as he does and kind of looks at you all and goes,
What about the rest of you? Is there anything I can do for you? Do you need any arrows, things like that?
Do you have any crossbow bolts?
Of
by
course I
chance?
have crossbow bolts.
Do you have any crossbow bolts, outside of magical means that could do a little extra damage, or poison tipped, or anything of that nature?
I don't generally deal in poisons. It's just personal preference.
That's fair.
It's pretty intricate designed to have something that already has the poison inside.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were able to find them, any of my crossbow bolts can be dipped.
Noted.
But I do have a few. I have a few arrows that are barbed that would do a bit more damage. But crossbow bolts are hard. They're meant to fly
Right.
straight.
As opposed to your arrows, which don't?
No, but there's a bit. It's a different form of physics when it works.
I mean, I understand, but tell me about these barbed ones.
Well, going in, they do normal damage.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is coming out. Barbs hold.
Mm-hmm.
They will do an extra. They basically rip whatever is they're stuck in as they come out. So they do a little bit more than just your average arrow in damage.
How much?
Let's see. He kind of goes in the back and looks for just for a whole quiver of them and see what he can find. He finds one quiver and he looks at it and he pulls out an arrow and it's just a regular arrow and sticks it back in. Goes through a few different quivers until he finally finds one. You see these kind of almost hawk-like feathers as the fletchings. And they are... he says 2 gold for a quiver of these. A little bit more expensive.
How many on a quiver?
20.
20. And so, what is it over at the table, across the table?
What's
what is the actual
It's
game mechanic?
so it's normal damage, but when pulled out, it does an extra 1d6
Gotcha.
if they remove them.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll take a quiver.
Okay.
So that's 2 gold for a quiver?
Yep.
Cool. They do 1d6?
They do
Extra.
normal damage going in,
Uh-huh.
and they do an extra 1d6
Yeah,
when
coming out.
removed.
Okay.
You could just shoot something and then have Grim Tech rip them out.
Yeah, I was literally thinking something similar.
Just working like a plunger.
Oh god! The sound that would make. The sound.
I think that would be the sound of screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, and squelch.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'll be some squelching noises.
Well, maybe when you're planning things with Marabi, if you happen to make any magical crossbow bolt ammunition, I might be interested in the future.
I will keep that in mind. Yeah, I apologize.
Oh, not at all.
I'm not arcanely inclined. So, I rarely find myself... I can make a fine sword, but I can't make it dance.
That's fair.
Can I get anything else for any of you?
No.
Well, then, I thank you for your patronage and apologize for the scare. Again, most of my customers are people who have known me for years, and it no longer faces them.
It's understandable. But thank you for your time. And
course.
if I speak with Marabi and we can figure something out, I will see you again.
And what kind of armor would you like? Is there a specific type you'd like to be enchanted?
I have grown quite fond of this studded leather that I'm wearing. Something
Okay.
similar.
Okay. I'll see what I can do. I definitely have a few sets of it myself. I think you'd want a new set of armor, right? You wouldn't want just yours but enchanted. I feel you wouldn't need much of my help that way.
I mean, I guess it depends on the situation.
Sounds like a plan. I will have a few. I will make sure to have a set that can be enchanted for you.
Well, thank you again.
Of course.
And Amelia turns to walk out.
Yep. Turn around and leave.
And walks straight to the apothecary.
Yep.
While they are doing this, Metolius is going to go into the black
Yeah.
stag. I almost said the black staff.
I heard that.
Yep.
And he is going to
Join
just...
Force Grey.
Yeah. Let's get my dream. Can be the real Captain Unicorn. He's just gonna secure a table and order a bunch of food and get like pitchers of ale and stuff, and he's gonna like
Go to town.
he is gonna set up a welcoming table for his friends.
Okay. And yeah, you go in and see what looks to be just a human behind the counter.
Just a human.
Just a human.
Goddamn humans.
Boring.
Guys, he wanted the extra feet.
Yeah. Variant human, man.
Yeah,
Too
man.
strong.
Fuckers.
So it's so strong, but I will never choose it. But, anyways, you see a older human male standing behind the counter. He seems to be tied back hair, a nicely just like kind of mid-length beard with a bit of gray in between.
Mm-hmm.
And he just seems to be kind of boisterously talking with a few of the patrons around him, serving ales and things like that. And as you walk in, you do that. You set up and you learn his name. His name is Brew Canna.
He also has a Hecatontris tattoo, but it's ironic.
He got it because he saw the
He
other
has it on the
dudes.
side of his neck.
Yeah. So he's got a top knot,
Yeah.
beard.
I hope not.
But you learn his name is Brew Canna, and he's seemingly a nice guy. He does all that. He gets you a whole swath of food and many pitchers and a few glasses. He kind of throws you an extra shot just to get you started. And yeah, he lets you be until you need anything else. You notice that in the bar itself, it's hopping, but it's not a ruckus party. There are people drinking, eating, having merrymaking, but it's not
Having merrymaking.
Having Mary.
having merrymaking. But
Right in there in the bar?
No, on the
What kind of
bar.
bar is this?
I'll have what she is having.
I will spend 5 gold, 1 gold per party member on food,
okay.
A lot of food.
which is a wealthy lifestyle amount of food.
Nice.
So that's
I
per
love
day.
Yeah,
But
so that's a
still.
lot of food.
Yeah.
I
We're
guess
gonna-
I'll
Dude, we're spending the rest of this night eating and drinking. Is what we're doing.
yeah.
I'm all about it.
No, yeah, that's
Yep.
sounds great.
I will drop 5 gold down, and I'll just say, let us know when we've used up all of this.
And he kind of looks at you and goes, "Are you the group? You're the group Marabi sent in, aren't you?"
Yes.
Excellent. I'll let you know, but you got a good amount of sway with that. So I'll keep the drinks flowing, and you.
A healthy amount of credit.
I wouldn't say credit. That offers you free stuff. I'm just saying what you paid for.
Fair enough. Yes, I'm just waiting for my friends to get done doing a little bit of shopping.
Well, take your time. I'll have the ales flowing.
Alright.
Just let me know if
And
you
then
need
Metolius sits down and starts eating and drinking. He takes off his half. Oh, I think he would go upstairs and take off his armor.
Okay, you find the rooms. There's 2 of them.
Yeah. I
Um,
only have keys to 1, so.
Yep. You find your room, and yeah, you take off your armor, leave it all in the.
Yeah, I just have my sword.
Okay.
And I'm just wearing sort of casual stuff. Oh, and my loot, too.
Nice.
My sword and my loot.
Your sword and loot. Got it. Then I guess as you sit down and start enjoying yourself, we flash back as you all move over towards the
Start playing toss a coin to your paladin.
Damn it.
Couldn't help myself.
Does your hair grow white?
No, because I'm the bard in this scenario.
I'm not gonna sing it. It's copyright infringement. So.
That's true.
But we transfer back over as you make it to the Nightshade's Apothecary. It's a small shop. It seemingly, again, that tent with the heavy incense kind of pouring out of it, and on the side, on the actual like cloth itself, there seems to be stitched on its sign that says its name. And as you walk in, it takes a moment as you pass through that kind of cloud of smoke. And inside, there's a few sticks of incense burning all around. Seemingly a few little motes of fire kind of set throughout. And in the back, there is this woman kind of sitting among a large table of wares and a bunch of pillows. And she seemingly looks like she could be half-elven, shorter on the ears, but still a little point to them. She has a reddish-brown hair, and she seemingly moves back and forth around the shop and fixes a few things as she kind of tends to it. And she sees you all walk in and goes, "Hi, welcome in. Please, come join. What can I do for you?"
I don't know. Kind of just looking to see what you got.
A few things. We kind of ran out of a good amount of stuff. We just got a shipment in recently, and I've been able to make a few things too to keep the stock up. So if you're looking for things like potions of healing, you also have things like alchemist fire if you need to burn something down, or
I mean, I'll definitely take a couple of those, but we want some stuff that's kind of weird too.
Okay. So now, when you say weird, what do you mean, sir?
Well, I don't know.
You're gonna shake this entire village down for drugs, aren't you?
No, it's like weird shit.
You're not there. And he's responding in character, so
like
you're
weird
not there.
Weird shit.
I don't know. Like one time I drank a potion and I breathed fire on a troll. Other time I drank one and it got really big. And yeah, just weird shit. What do you got? Let's see it.
Well,
weird.
so let's get weird. Sadly, not to be the bearer of bad news, but I have things like acid, and not of the variety that you take and enjoy a long vacation for, but more things like one you'd melt something with. I also have a bit of the old poison if you need to.
That's what I was going to ask about.
Well, my dear, we have a good amount of that. I also have things like antitoxin because, as we are out in the forest, there are a few things that leave you not feeling too great.
That's fair. The poisons you possess, is it more ingestible poison, or is it something I could like dip a crossbow bolt in?
It's definitely more something that you dip and cover something in.
Okay.
You make sure to stab a person with afterwards, though.
You got it.
And you're looking to deal in that, my dear.
Yes.
How much are you looking for?
I don't know. What quantities does it come in? Like how much would a vial do for me?
A vial is actually just a simple 120 gold.
Mm-hmm. And how many arrows would I get out of that?
You'd get
It's like 10 arrows.
Yeah. 3 pieces of ammunition.
3?
Way
Three.
less than I thought it was.
And it's 120
expensive.
gold.
It's vile. It's not very
I will take 3 vials.
Not a problem at all. And table talk wise, it is poison. It's basic poison, so it's nothing special. It deals, makes them make a Constitution saving throw or take 1d4 poison damage once applied. It can be applied to things like a piercing, slashing or piercing weapon, or 3 pieces of ammunition.
Okay, got it.
And it does take an action to apply.
Yeah, any weird
So that would be what,
poisons?
360? So
Not at the moment.
Something
But,
that makes someone like shit themselves, or like
I mean, effectively, if you leave out a bit of milk long enough, you can make someone shit themselves with that. You don't need to buy it from me.
that's really hard to talk someone into drinking bad milk.
It's all.
Wait,
in
if
the
I put
way you
milks on
act.
an axe and cut someone, will they shit themselves?
No, I don't think so.
That doesn't work like all the poisons I know then.
Imagine that depends on where you cut them.
Yerelfin there has a point.
Alright.
I hear if you kill someone, they shit themselves anyway. So as long as you cut them deep enough, they'll shit themselves, and you can blame it on the milk.
No, I know that much. Pretty much anyone, if you cut them deep enough, shits themselves.
Yeah. So
At
if
the end of the day,
you
'cause
do that, then blame it on the milk. Then you've said yourself you have a poison.
Everyone that I've cut that deep shits themselves, and then they stop breathing.
That is
How much damage did you say it adds, by the way? 1d4?
1d4.
Poison.
Got it.
But that's like the only poison you have. It's just that
At the
poison.
moment, I have in the past come across a few pieces, a few bits of more exotic poison, but it's not something that everyone really likes me owning, or at least selling.
Mm.
But I can keep an ear out, keep my ear to the ground, and see what I can find.
Alright, yeah, sure.
If we encounter any exotic.
Oh, if you encounter something exotic, I can make something out of it for you. You're not there. I need to stop talking to you. Shut up. On the other hand,
I legit forgot I wasn't there.
Yeah, I legit forgot that too. I was like, wait.
I was just like, wait a minute, what about gathering?
But how about this? Because she's very good at that kind of thing, she goes, now on the other hand, if you happen to come across something that maybe poisons you, and you get that stuff that poisoned you and bring it to me, I can make something that would work with that. I don't know if
tried to pick these mushrooms that are poisonous, but they just popped. So let me get how many of those alchemist fire you got?
at the moment I have 5.
How much you want for them?
60 gold apiece.
60?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, that's expensive. All right.
It's burnable liquid.
I'll take 3.
Not a problem. 108 gold, please. What about either you two? Do you need anything? Something to heal? Something to harm?
You did say that you have potions of healing.
Yes, in 2 varieties. I have a basic, your standard set, and I also have what is colloquially called a greater healing potion.
How much do those run for?
They run for 200 gold for the greater, 75 for the basic.
Do you happen to have? Oh, you did say something about damaging things. Do you have anything else other than the poison that you spoke of?
I have the acid.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the acid.
And as much as it is to damage things around you, it would also do damage to someone if thrown upon them. So, depending on what you're looking to do. I heard of a lawyer once that ruined half of its face just by throwing poison upon it. It was terrible.
God damn it.
I heard of that too.
Yup.
He never was the same again.
He was half the time.
Immersion's fucking blown. I'm
Yeah, we ruined it, Eli. Jeez.
Oh, man.
I can't spit take on this computer. It's the only one I have that works. Okay.
You fucking started it.
Yeah, sorry, I apologize. Whew. Back in it.
And
But yes, I have acid if you need it.
what of the antitoxin?
I have a few. It's 75 gold apiece, and definitely doubt that anything that kept you not feeling too super well, especially ones of the natural variety.
I will take one of your greater healing potions, and I will take a vial of the antitoxin as well.
Altogether, that'd be 275.
Also, do you happen to have any petrified newt eyes?
What the fuck?
Well, let me go check in my wares. I'm not sure. Definitely something that may come up.
You got any dried minotaur dick? If
No.
we're just asking for weird shit.
No. Why do you need dread? I mean, granted, why do you need? I am.
Mine. I threw it out there. I wanted to see what was gonna happen because the other one was pretty casual.
I'll go check,
All right.
but I don't think so. She goes back and she looks around for a moment. And she comes back out and puts a hand on your shoulder, Grimtuck, and said, "I'm sorry, dear. I do not have any Minotaur dick.
Ah,
But
fucking out
new
of here.
ties, though, I do actually have a few. How many did you need?"
What do you have? I was looking to get a few of them.
Say about 5, give or take.
I'll take the 5 of them.
Okay. Let's see. And you see her kind of mull over how much. I mean, it's not that hard to get him. Let's say 2 gold for the lot,
So 277 total.
if possible. Yes, that'd be great.
And I hand it over.
Thank you. And she does. She instead of, unlike the 2 tabaxi, she kind of pulls open the bag, and you see her kind of rifle through and count it. Much appreciated doing business with you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And what about the rest of you?
Oh, actually, I just remembered that I do have these. And I'm going to pull out 4 Bahir scales and say, do you perhaps have any interest in something like this?
Possibly.
I got a tooth from that thing. One of those.
You got a tooth?
Yeah.
Well,
A tooth?
I mean, and she kind of she grabs one and kind of looks over it. I mean, like anything else, you grind anything up enough and put it in the right kind of solution, it'll do something. I wouldn't be hard pressed to say if you're selling. I'd certainly be buying.
While this is happening, I'm just gonna take a step back and say, I'm gonna go check on something. I'll catch you guys for later. I'll see you at the.
You want some company? I'm not getting anything out of this one. There's nothing weird in here.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Not weird enough for me.
All right.
I mean, if you're totally bored, sure, but.
Are we going to get that hole?
I was going to go see Morabi before he starts drinking.
Yeah, I'll go with. I got a bunch of money. I'll throw it towards that hole.
Okay.
Just sounds dirty.
I was more curious if you might be able to craft this into something that I could use.
Oh, like what you think?
The troll tool.
Are you
I'm
thinking
not
more
sure.
of
I'm
a-
not sure what they could be used for. We killed one of the beasts that they came from, so I decided to take something and see if it was usable.
Would you be willing to leave a few here and give me some time to work on something?
I set down 2.
2? Give me a. I don't think it'd take more than just a couple of days, maybe 2 or 3. Come back and I'll see what I can make. Most likely be
I'm
something.
not sure how long we're going to be around. If I don't come back for it, consider it a gift.
My dear, I very much appreciate it. I was expanding my horizons on what I can make.
Well, hopefully it leads to something great.
Excellent. Well, I thank you. And feel free if you need anything else. Always come back. I should have a new stock. I've been brewing some more potions in the back within a day or so. Maybe 2 days from now. I should have more.
Yes, if we're still around, I will make sure to stop by.
Pleasure doing business, Theo.
Thank you.
And you two are already gone. What are you two doing? Are you going anywhere else before you go back to the bar?
Split the party.
As in Amelia and Rain.
Just one of the child
No,
killing
I think
attack
after
happens.
here I would go to the bar.
You start hearing screams. No.
Again.
And out of the water that amazingly appeared just at the edge of the mushroom, a giant beast. No,
It eats all the kids in the city.
specifically, and then goes away.
Yeah, that's it.
It seems sated.
That's all they wanted.
But no, you two walk back to Marabi, who is just kind of throwing his wares at a few different people, trying to sell that you hear. Hey, you need that blue pot. It's a good thing. It gives you that get up and go, and your get up and go. It's got up and left. So, come back. And where are you going? You done? Okay. Hey! What are you two doing here?
Did you sell
Sir
your
Vic.
hole yet?
Excuse me, sir. I am a civilized person. I do not sell my hole for anybody.
I mean, so it's no longer for sale?
Oh, wait. You mean the portable hole?
Yeah, what other?
Come on now.
Gotcha.
No, I haven't. No one's actually wanted to buy the portable hole yet.
I think we're probably gonna take that. I gotta go get money from everybody else, right? Still want to throw in on that?
It is 2,000 gold.
I got like 500.
Oh, that is potentially beyond me. I have something else I'm interested in. I did have something that crossed my mind. I'm wondering if you actually have any sapphires.
I don't know. Possibly. I'd have to go look, but
I figure your cart is deep.
it is. It's quite deep. Maybe. Yeah. Let me go check. Hey, I'll get Malak to watch the front. Well, you said portable hole, and I'll go see if I have sapphires. And he goes up the stairs, and he goes, "You're up. You want to watch the front while I go?" And he, okay. And as Marabi leaves, you see that Goliath kind of walk out, and he seems to be dripping wet. And you just see him kind of like run off the rest of his face and just like shake his hands. Ah, it's you two.
What are you doing?
What do you mean?
Why y'all wet?
I found the pool. Wait, don't worry about that.
Pool?
Alright.
I found the lake. It happens.
Alright. That's cool.
Long time no see. What have you all been up to?
A bunch of weird shit.
Yeah.
What about you?
Happens.
Yeah.
Me too.
It's fucking weird.
Oh, every day.
It's been weird.
I cannot imagine what traveling with Marabi is like.
Weird.
So the cart's bigger on the inside, right?
Yeah.
What happens when you put the fucking hole in there?
What do you mean?
Isn't that the weird shit? If you put the hole inside other stuff that's different inside?
If I'm not mistaken, it's if you put the hole inside of an extra-dimensional space.
But that's not what that is?
No.
Alright. Never mind.
Alright. Did you guys want something?
Marabi
Marabi's...
is looking for something for me.
What about you?
I mean, we were looking at that hole, but I don't really have enough to get it yet. I want to buy Marabi's hole.
He doesn't really sell that thing.
It was on a pillow earlier.
Yeah, it's on a pillow a lot. He sits down. I mean,
It's an extra dimensional space. I heard you can put a lot of stuff in there.
Don't put the hole in there.
I hate all of you.
well,
Okay, can we
yeah.
Ooh, bring it back. Bring it back.
It's fine.
It's okay. Fix it in post.
No.
No, we won't.
Keeping this
We
in.
can't.
He kind of looks at it. Yeah, I mean, he's been trying to sell that thing for a while. The one on that pillow. Not his.
Can we, like, test it out on some stuff?
No. Well, I mean, we don't really try before you buy kind of situation. There's a lot of
Oh,
things
well, fucking tried when I fucking jumped off that lamppost with the coin.
you chose to jump off the lamppost with the gold.
Yeah, but that was definitely try before you buy.
Yeah, and I don't... Did you buy it? I don't remember.
No, because it didn't fucking work.
No, it did work. It did exactly what it said it was going to do.
I don't think that's true.
It's a fall feather token. It's a token that falls into a feather.
Oh, so it was a big fucking joke and he really didn't know how it worked. Or he did.
No, you just didn't ask the right questions.
I'm gonna punch him in the fucking face when he comes back.
I wouldn't recommend doing that.
Yeah, that's... Anyways, hold on. Check this out. I'm gonna pick up the hole off of the pillow. And I'm gonna throw it underneath Elduin.
You just hear Malak go, wait, no! And Elduin roll a dexterity save.
Nice.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yes, please.
That's a 14.
Alright.
Pretty good.
You see this black space unfurl and just be like kind of tossed at your feet, and as it lands, it seemingly like slides just about as it's about to slide under you. You launch yourself back.
Mm-hmm.
And as it does, you notice one of the like legs of the tables on the sides kind of falls into it, and some of the pillows start to slide off. They stop before they actually fall. But it seemingly loses any form of structure underneath it. As Elduin lands on the ground, like just a few feet away from the hole, looking at it as this space would have opened up underneath him.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Hey, I said you can't.
I'm going to just blast you in the face with some wind.
Wow.
I just laugh. Ha! That is awesome.
Be careful.
I mean, it's like a 6-foot hole.
It could have been dangerous.
I mean, if
It is dangerous. If you go in there, you can't breathe.
See?
I mean, like, not like right away, right? You hold your breath pretty well.
Don't put living things in the hole.
You don't tell me what to do with my hole.
It's not your hole yet,
I mean,
Grimcock.
it's not going to be my hole. It'll be our hole. I can't afford the whole hole.
I am aware.
You never really want to afford the half the hole.
I mean,
It's all or nothing.
It's all or nothing, man. It really is. You see Malak kind of like kick. You just hear this slam as he kicks the door out and just like stomps down and like shifts the table over and like folds up the hole angrily, just like staring hard at you, Grimtug. It's like,
I said no trying before you buy, and don't kill your friend in the product you have yet to buy.
I tried it.
Congratulations.
It's done now.
Don't do it again.
It's done. Alright. Well, we gotta go see if we can get the rest of the money for that anyways. I know you're getting sapphires.
Yes.
Should I go see
Well,
if they
we'll
want to
see
pitch
if
in
they
on
have
it? I mean, like, you got anything to throw in after sapphires?
Depends entirely upon how much the sapphires are.
What are we doing with the sapphires?
Nothing. This for me.
Alright.
as he folds up and kind of grumbles and like slams his hands on the table and shifts everything back and just stomps back up.
You just angrily folded a hole.
You haphazardly almost killed your friend.
That's like angrily folding a fitted sheet. Doesn't really have the same effect.
Honestly, the most surprising thing about this is that you've slept on fitted sheets.
I mean, like, I've been hanging out with you guys for like 2 weeks, and plus when you're doing like piratey shit, you rob people who have a lot of money. I know what a thread count is.
What is it?
It's when there's a lot of threads, like on the sheet, like a lot.
Uh-huh.
It's like a lot of threads.
Oh man.
As Malak just stomps back up, the door slams and he just like kind of sits there in the window and just like waiting. And Marabi, you hear Marabi kind of come back in as he does, and he's like,
I'm going on fucking break.
Have fun in the pool.
You have fun in the pool. Wait.
Run! And just storms off. I don't know what that was all about, but
He dropped a hole on the ground and got mad at himself. Now he's going to the pool.
I'm gonna have to talk to him about using the products before someone buys it.
Yeah, it's a big no-no.
So they asked us. We never test things before we buy, or don't let people test them before we buy them, and certainly don't show people how things work before they buy them. That's why we gave you that coin.
All right, well, we're definitely buying that hole from you, and
Excellent. I will make sure to keep it up here. Can you pass it to me, please?
yeah, sure. I'll reach over and hand him the hole.
I put it down.
I have I got like 600 gold on me. I got a bunch of stones. I got a bunch of zircons. Probably like, I don't know. Looks like probably 700 gold worth.
I would say stones spend just as well as coins. So if you can,
I got
again, if you got up the price, I will I'll sell it to you. Not a problem. Elduin, I did find a couple. How much are you looking for when it comes to your sapphires?
I'm looking for a nice single one. I only have a desire of one. It is for a setting.
And how much are you willing to spend on this?
Well, let me see the quality. I imagine like a nice. I don't know. I mean, the 1,000 was for a nice one.
Mhm.
How
That
nice?
seems like a massive stone.
Yeah,
I think 1,000 would be a big one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like if you're making
Got
a ring, you
softball.
want a tiny stone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think I would. Yeah. Do you have one somewhere in the neighborhood of 400 or 500 gold?
Oh, yeah, I think I have. Yeah, I think this one will do. And he kind of like pulls out. You see his hand filled with a few gems, but he kind of like rifles through and just pulls out a very nice, decently sized one and puts it down. Like, I think I could part with this one about give or take. Yeah, friends and family discount, 499 gold.
Oh, Marabi. But fine. I will pay for it.
There is a one gold finding fee. No. I keep
convenience fee.
I just like give him a raised eyebrow. All right, $4.99.
And if there's anything else, I will hold this hole up here until I close up and come join you all at the stag. But for
Yes,
now,
I do not believe that we have the funds on us. Just the two of us for this. So.
No, I got like total. Yeah, like 1,300.
excellent.
Like, I just got to get the rest from everything for everybody else.
I know you're all good for it, so I will.
Yeah, just bring it with,
Mhm.
and then we'll get you the gold when we get to the bar.
I'm not going to. I do not want to hold 2,000 gold on me at the bar. So how about we come back and grab it when you have all the money.
All right,
That's a lot of gold to have just on one little body like myself.
all right, whatever.
I would like to go back to the Gemporium with my acquired sapphire.
Okay. Are you
Uh,
following him to the gym board?
No, I'm going to the bar.
Okay, you go to the bar. Finally, we have now made it. Everyone but Elduin is at the bar. You all, once making it to the bar in your own time, find Metolius enjoying a hearty meal stacked to the nines, filled with ales and glasses and food of all different varieties, all upon the entire table.
So actually, I would have eaten, and then I would start playing my lute, and I would just be like livening the mood of the whole bar.
Okay.
It would be like, I don't even know, a Christmas Carol, fucking like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be
I get you.
wholesome AF. It's like the whole bar, and we're all singing like bar songs.
Sounds
And
good.
I will play my lute.
I'm gonna petition my friends for money.
Rain does have a thing she wants to do when she gets to the bar.
Okay.
I would like to roll that.
Sure.
Actually.
Roll performance.
Performance check.
Yeah, 22. I think that's a good one.
22?
Yeah.
22 is a good one. Yeah, you do a great job. You kind of like have a meal and some ale, and you get yourself like nicely loosened up, and you pull your lute out, and you kind of put a leg up on one of your stools and start to strum your lute. And it doesn't take long until you have a nice solid crowd, a few people kind of cheersing and kind of whistling along and stomping their feet and following along with the tune. And
That's
just
what I
enjoying.
want them to walk into.
Okay. Are you going to continue as more and more of your friends kind of, or your companions kind of join?
Yeah.
Sweet. So the first two would be Amelia and Rain. Rain, what did you want to do?
Did you get any liquor, or did you just get ale?
I would have gotten them a melange of
Excellent.
things. I think Metolius is a.
I'm gonna,
drinks
like-
whiskey.
Or, like, walk in the bar.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, are you like playing at the table? Do I know which table is ours?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's
You
like
s-
a king's feast, and I'm like at the head of the table, like
Like-
with my leg up.
Yeah.
fucking
Captain Morgan style.
Yeah,
Like, I don't
exactly.
So like I don't want to like disturb your performance, so I just kind of like walk up, pour myself a shot. I like kind of like silently like cheers to you, you know.
I dip the head of my lute in sort of like a reciprocating fashion.
Yep. I throw that shot back. I head upstairs. I'm assuming upstairs to our rooms.
Yep.
And probably for the first time ever since you guys have met me.
You and Amelia would have to go up because Amelia is the one with the key.
Oh, fair. Then we head up.
Yeah, I'll take you.
Or you can give it up.
No, I'll accompany her.
It's not
And-
always boys and girls.
For the first time ever since you've met her, Rain is going to change out of her armor.
Whoa.
And she's gonna come back down to the bar in like a tunic style dress and like leggings and like comfy fucking clothes.
The fuck is going on right now?
Something's going down. Shit's going down.
I mean, it's all still like black and gray,
Yeah.
but like, you know. But yeah, no, I'm gonna like actually take off my armor.
Comfy goth.
Yeah.
Second time.
Hey.
Oh shit!
I guess I meant to say most of you. It's fine. And yeah.
I mean, she
Amelia sees you like taking off your armor and stuff, and she just kind of like watches for a second, just out of confusion.
Yeah.
You like slept in your armor?
Like, I mean, practically, yeah.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Like you'd undo a little bit maybe, but
Right, yeah.
the
Like I might
majority.
like loosen some fastens and stuff,
Yeah.
but like I don't think I ever like since being in this general continent have actually like completely
just gotta smell
Well,
something.
undone.
There's
I've
only-
bathed.
I'm just kidding.
And there's only 4 if you count the castle. There's only 4 places that you would have slept really indoors.
Mhm.
I guess 5 counting the
You're
ship.
right. You're right.
So it's like you're looking at an area where Rain would have just kept armored up because you're gonna be moving the next
Yep.
day.
Oh, and also we went skinny dipping in the sky pond.
True.
So
True.
3 times.
Okay, let me rephrase this.
Wow,
It is the first time you guys have seen Rain put on like public daytime
Yeah.
Yeah,
clothing
casual clothes.
that is not armor.
Yeah.
That's what I
Casual
mean.
assassin.
Not doing some adventurer shit.
Yes,
Like wearing
like I
people clothes.
actually just look like a person.
Look like a people.
Yeah.
Where?
Rain, thank you for your patience with our pedantic friend.
I just
Who isn't even there yet?
just cataloging.
As
Yeah.
Rain's like almost ready, Amelia's gonna say, "Well, I guess we're all getting comfortable then," and she's going to reach up and like put her hand on her own shoulder, and then her armor disappears.
Uh,
Red.
okay.
Then they no.
No, don't even.
Wrong game.
Wrong game.
No. So yeah, you guys do that. You go up to the room. You kind of, you get yourself comfortable, and you head back down.
Yep.
By this point, Grimtuck has left the with from Elduin. Elduin moves back over to the gems. So you move back into Moonsong Gem as
I just want a setting for this, something that would look nice.
you walk in, and Moon's still staying there. Kind of, there's a few people kind of milling about as you walk in. Oh, sir, how can I assist you? You're back so soon.
Yes, I did. I managed to find one, and I'm wondering if you could set it for me.
I think I could do that. Let me see. And what are you looking for it to be set in? A ring, a necklace, a brooch?
A ring is preferable. What? No, sorry. No, not that. A ring is fine.
Is there a specific style you're looking for? I know your friend wasn't particular, so we just kind of went with something simple but classy.
Yeah, I would say that I have like my Cloak of Elven Kind has sort of an elven styled clasp.
Mm-hmm.
Something that matches that.
Okay.
It's sort of got sort of nature shapes and
Yep.
use
Fine.
your imagination.
I got it. She takes the sapphire and goes, I will see what I can do. It shouldn't take very long. She walks back. As she does, she kind of calls out to Song, and you hear that same kind of conversation back and forth, muffled enough where you really can't pick out words, but it doesn't take more than a few moments, and then Moon comes back out and goes, it will only be a second. My love is very quick at what she does, and I think we found the perfect ring for you, the perfect setting for it.
Great. I'm excited.
Feel free to take a moment and look around if there's anything else that catches your fancy.
I'll just like casually stroll through.
And as you do, you know, she kind of goes to a few other customers, walks around, deals in a few. You see the exchanging of money here and there as a few more pieces go off the pillows, and then you see Song kind of come out. And you hear you see that Tabaxi now. She already has all of the magnifier out, as she does, as she seemingly was in the middle of cutting something. And she walks out and she has that small pouch and goes, I think this is for you, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, may I see it?
And she pulls it out and kind of lays it on the pouch itself, kind of giving it a little pillow to see. And you see this beautiful, almost vine work. Almost looks kind of like Art Nouveau-esque vines kind of wrapping around, and seems to wrap around the stone just enough where it kind of connects in the center.
Perfect.
And goes, does this suit your fancy, my friend?
Yes, it does. Thank you. What is the damage? I believe is the local phrase.
I would say just for a simple silver piece, maybe 2 gold for what it is.
2 gold? Deal. I'm gonna slide it onto my index finger.
Again, impeccable sizing. Almost as though just like knew the finger you would choose, and it just slides on like a dream.
Perfect.
She goes, excellent. I was correct in thinking that it would fit just right. Well, thank you very much for your patronage. I'm glad that you found what you were looking for.
Yes.
If ever you need another sapphire, though, as if we get any more, I will hope you stop by.
Thank you. I will. Well, good day then.
A good day to you too, sir.
I'm gonna head to the Black Stag.
Okay. At that point, as Grimtug walks in, followed nearly close behind by Elderman, you all come into this scene. Now, Amelia and Rain kind of sitting around Metolius, who is leading this crowd in this beautiful, uproarious celebration, this enjoyment. And you notice that Rain is looking very casual, as she has not shown you, not even you, Grimtug, for a while, or yet. And Amelia, it's not super noticeable that your armor is gone, is it? Is it like, it's pretty prominent outside of your robes?
Yeah, I mean, I look exactly the same except my armor is gone.
Yeah.
Slightly deflated.
I think I would notice that.
Casual. All right.
And everyone seems to have a great time, as the patrons seem to be enjoying the music quite well. There's a ton of food on the table, and you kind of see the owner kind of give you a nod to look over, and it seems like you just join. As you join the crowd, he understands. He walks over, and as he does, he goes, not to fail at introducing myself once again, but for any of you who don't know, I'm Brukana. I'm the owner of this establishment, and if there's anything you wish, as long as your credit... kind of laughs at himself as he says that, as long as your credit is good, then your patronage here is widely accepted and thanked. Let me know if you need anything else.
Sounds good.
We will. Thank you very much, Brew.
And then he kind of goes back behind the bar, helps all the patrons around him, and leaving you all to have a nice, pleasant drink. Yes?
I think Metolius would wrap it up as soon as everyone got, or like very soon after everyone got there, and sort of
Oh, like your
wrap up this
your
song
music.
playing.
Yeah.
Hey guys, do we need a bag of holding and that giant hole? Cause I'm buying that giant hole thing. But like, I need some more gold than what I have.
How much do you need?
I got like 1,300 now, so I need like 700. But do we need them both?
Don't spend all your money on a hole.
Why not? I think like it's pretty bad. We could do a bunch of stuff with that thing.
I mean, yeah, but like, don't like.
Could hide a lot of bodies in there if we have
True.
to. Keep a whole horse in there if you need it. You never know when you need a horse.
A whole horse.
A whole horse.
The horse needs
A whole dead horse.
A whole.
What
dead
were you
horse.
just told about putting living things in the hole?
Apparently you're not supposed to do
Yeah,
it, but I do a lot of stuff I'm not supposed to.
I'm like also worried we're gonna like get this thing and you're not gonna understand the mechanics of it.
Well, that's why I want to get rid of. I wouldn't hold on to them both because at some point I'm jumping in that hole.
Don't jump in the hole.
No.
And that's it. Let's not get the hole.
Let's not get the hole.
What the fuck?
Save your money. Buy a drink.
Alright, I mean, if you guys don't want to pitch in on the hole, then I won't get the hole.
I would
And
pitch
to
in
that,
on the
I
hole.
like pour
Yeah,
me
see,
and
Metolius
Grimtuck
gets
both a
it.
shot, and I like shove it like in his direction.
I
Just
think
like,
it could
dude,
be an advantageous tool.
I agree. Thank you. I'll take that
Maybe-
shot.
But you can't use it to just throw on the ground and hop in.
No, I'm not gonna do it. Because
It is definitely not an item to be trifled with. It should be used carefully.
Maybe
mean,
you
no.
should give the hole to Amelia.
No, I'm gonna give the bag of holding to Amelia, and I'm keeping the hole.
That is a terrible idea.
Why?
You just tried to put me in it.
They did that one time.
That would have been enough.
Welcome to all three of you learning that you just tried to put Eluin in it.
I was just to see if it worked. Turns out it worked.
did. Don't be so
You
dead.
could-
Wait,
just,
they
like,
let you try it?
throw a
I thought they
rock in
didn't
it,
let people
or
try
like
things.
a
No, it's
stick,
fine. Hell,
or
liberty you
like
have,
anything
by the
that's
way.
not
I
alive,
have-
but instead
I
you
have-
try to throw
yes.
Elder
Oh,
in it
yes.
and, like,
Oh,
Yes.
that's
oh,
right.
Now you
that's
understand.
right.
holy fuck! Why are you doing this?
Oh my
Eli?
god, that would have been amazing.
That would've
I have a
sucked.
quiver of Alona on my. That's my quiver. That's why I was like,
That would have been
Don't-
fantastic. The entire cart and them just disappear.
That would have
I
been
kind of just like
outside the game.
Jesus.
That would have been kind of amazing. I gotta
I
admit.
like
Completely
kinda,
forgot about the
fake
quiver.
try to talk to everyone but Grimtuck. If we buy the hole, no one tell Grimtuck that we have the hole, please.
I think he's the one buying it.
No.
I think at this point too, Maravi probably will show up well into like this conversation. And you hear the jingle of the door as he kind of like the Maravi walks over to the table, seeing you all there, and goes, "Hey, my friends! Did you stop it without me? Hopefully you're not done so
I
soon."
pour him a shot.
And he takes it and says it as though it is in the third person.
Come join us, Maravi. We are drinking and lifting our spirits,
Excellent.
being a light unto the world.
Letting you know, Grimtuck, I had to talk with Malak, and he will not do that again. How
Yeah.
dare he show you how it works?
Yeah, it's unfortunate that people like that just act however they want.
I
It's just
know.
Totally
I said-
irrational.
I made him clean the entire library in the back of the cart.
Yeah. Keep it away from the pool.
Let me know when Maravi's had like 3 drinks.
Okay, he's already had one.
So, like, we're talking about it, Maravi, and maybe give me a deal on that hole.
Certainly, friends and family discount. I will give you 1,999.
I got some of that. Got like 1,300 of that.
I could throw in some coin.
Nice.
As I said, I have a few as well.
Yeah. Okay. Which one of you guys wants to hold on to the bag of holding? Because I don't want both. I think that's too much responsibility.
I don't mind carrying it if it's needed.
But you're not keeping the whole Grimtuck.
No, I am. I'm keeping the hole. That's the whole reason I'm buying it.
no, you're not.
And I'm not gonna fucking put up 1,300 gold for this thing if I can't hold on to it. That's the whole reason I want it, is to have it. That's how it works.
Drink
Just-
number 2.
I am willing to let Grimtalk have it if he can control it.
I promise I won't put Eldwin in the hole again. That was
Okay,
just as a
and
joke.
now that means you can't put
Wait,
Amelia in the
are
hole.
you-
No.
Are you saying that you're the one? I yelled at my Malak for like an hour.
Yeah. But he's being a dick.
It's
Not
2,000 gold now.
Fuck.
No friends and family.
God damn it.
1 goal.
Third drink.
Where is Malak? Is he not joining us?
Well, actually,
In
at the
the
moment
library, he
he's
clearly says.
setting up the library because I thought he was the one who tried to use the hole. I'm going to have a lot of apologizing to do. He was throwing things at me at that point and yelling that he didn't do it. I didn't believe him.
Guys are weird.
He's gonna have to sleep on the couch tonight.
There's a lot of couches.
The hide a bed.
Yeah, the Murphy bed, the hide a bed, spare bedroom.
Hey, Marabi.
Yes, Rain.
You a gambling man?
Oh, ho, ho. Oh,
It
ho, ho.
depends on the stakes.
Here we go.
What are we talking about?
Quick dice game. I win. You sell Amelia the boots for 200 gold. If you win, I'll buy them outright for the 400 right now.
Roll persuasion check.
What is my persuasion? 2. All right.
Better than average.
15.
We should discuss where we're going to go next.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of game you thinking?
I mean, dice, preferably.
Sure.
Yes, you're right. We should figure out what our plan is.
I mean, Grimtuck wants to go to Ocean Shade.
We don't gotta like settle on that one. I just figure it's closest.
It is close.
It sounds like what we decided we're trying to hit all these points.
Yeah.
Correct?
It's true.
And then the next one over would be the archive.
First order of business is getting silence and our transportation.
Yeah, I mean that's true. We'll figure out a way to get there one way or the other.
So let's call this 21. So we take, and you see him produce a pair of dice.
Okay.
You take these dice, and you roll. You add up. You roll 3 times. You get past 21, you bust.
Okay.
You keep on the third. Highest wins. 1 and done, or best of 3.
Okay.
That was a question, my dear.
Oh, sorry. I see.
Best of 3 or
Best of
one?
3.
Best of 3. Okay. So, we each roll. So I'll go first. Okay.
Roll it 3 times, 3 dice, but first one to 21.
It's 2 dice.
Okay, that math doesn't add up.
Wait, it could, but if you roll it 4, so you roll it, 4 times. 4 times. You roll it 4 times. It effectively, if you roll all 6s, you get 24.
All right.
So I got 3. I got 7. That's 10. I got 8. That's 18. I'm going to hold. I'm not going to roll that last time.
Okay. Wait, so you can roll up to 4 times?
Up to 4 times.
Okay, but you
Think of it
have
like-
to roll 3?
No,
Yeah.
you can roll.
You have to roll. You can roll as many as you want.
Okay,
Up to 4 times.
I get it.
It's 20. It's blackjack or 21.
Okay. 7.
Okay.
16.
16. Altogether.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So then, I mean, I have to.
I
You have to.
Yeah. The odds are in your favor that
I mean, I wanted to get him drunk so I could use my charlatan dice, but no, it's fine. I'm not going to.
fortune still favors you to roll 1 more and get over.
It does.
But if I use my charlatan dice, I can just say what they were.
Yeah.
You're only rolling 1 dice, right?
Huh?
You're only rolling 1 more, right?
Yeah.
One more set of dice.
Oh.
It's got to be 2 at a time.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't catch that part. I thought it was just roll 4d6.
So then, okay. Fuck it. Bam. 19.
Ka. Okay. One more time. Best 2 of 3. Remember.
Yep.
Okay. First for me. You go first this time.
8.
8.
8, so 16.
Got it.
I think I busted. Yeah, I busted.
7. I thought it was 21.
Yeah.
No, you did.
Alright, so last one. Whoever
Yep.
wins this one, you go first.
I'll go first. Okay. That's 5. That's 3. That's 8. That's 13. Last one.
That is 17. That's where I stay.
6. And 6 is 12. Oh, that's cocked. 15. I get one more.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Bust. God damn it.
I will take that 400 from you right now, my dear. Thank you.
You got it.
You're rolling 2 6s?
2 6s.
Yeah.
Have you told you about doubles down?
We
It's
should
a
talk
good-
about it
different-
after, but
Yeah. Yep.
it's a good one.
Word. I would say that's the one he usually goes to when.
Ice Dice is good too.
But I appreciate your situation, my dear. You can feel free to keep your coin and come get it tomorrow when we have our shop open again.
Oh, that's fine.
But I will take that full 400. Thank you so much, my dear. I appreciate for your business.
Hey, who's pitching on the hole? I know Metolius was in on it.
That's true.
As was I.
All right. Well, I got 1,300. What do you guys got?
I mean, I have 700, but I was hoping not to pitch the whole amount.
I mean, I'm pitching all my money because it doesn't seem like anybody else wants it, but I think it's going to be really useful.
I think it could be.
I do
useful.
think it will come in handy.
Yeah.
So I could pitch 200 or 300.
We can split the remainder.
Just do 350 each.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back to broke.
Well then, I will say the rest of the rounds for the night are on me. Let's get a few bottles of hard liquor and have a hell of a time.
And as he says that, he calls over Brew and starts the partying. And as you all kind of enjoy a night of relaxation,
I want to talk about where we go next.
Amelia, I'll
Before
keep
we
the stuff
stop.
that's
No,
in
no.
the bag of holding, so you just have an empty bag of holding. I just
Okay.
basically empty one into the other later.
Find a safe
and
space
again, you're gonna
outside.
get it tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not getting it yet.
So yeah, you all sit around as he begins to like drink pretty heavily.
Marabi, that is.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But he keeps bringing now bottles of liquor over to the table if you guys wanted to discuss.
Amelia kind of like nurses her first like drink or two as we converse.
There's also like ale and stuff, so yeah.
And lots of food, luckily.
Yep. I mean, Ocean Shade is close, but there is also other places. We do need to go to the archives.
I mean, is there any reason to go to any of these places and then come back to Ocean Shade if Ocean Shade is the closest one? Like, should we just, for the sake of time and travel, just hit the closest one first?
Yeah, Ocean Shade's the closest one.
That just I think it makes sense.
Like,
personally.
and if there's anything time sensitive anywhere else, sure, but if
we
not,
don't know of anything.
I mean,
Yeah,
the whole
I
thing's
think-
time sensitive.
That's
yeah,
true.
and for that reason, I think we should just go to the closest place first, right?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
All right. That sounds like a plan. I'm on board. What do you think, Elton?
I'm fine with that. I cannot see a particular reason for having a different order.
Okay.
And then what do we need to do after that?
Well, we could go to the library. There's also this place, the Verdant Catacombs, that I can recall from my vision.
Yes, that one was of most interest to me.
Well, I mean, we know that we need those mask things. And we know that they need them, but we don't know how to make them.
We
We
do
just-
need to discover the means to make them.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not trying to turn into one of those things.
No.
So, I mean, I think the
But-
archives are a good idea.
I think that the best location to learn more about those masks would be Caer Darom.
Yes. If we wanted to learn how to make the masks, going to the Dwarf City would be.
Wouldn't we?
Joreg might have left
Wait,
the.
Did you all say Kerdarum?
Yeah.
You see Marabi kind of like shaking that.
Yes.
I would be careful about that place.
Why?
What happens to places left untouched for a while underground?
Undead stuff and drow.
He hit
Probably
the
like a lot of
hammer on the
rats.
nail. Wait, the nail on the head. It is, from what I hear, that is, it has been reclaimed by the underdwelling individuals.
That's alright. Elduin fucking kills those guys like crazy.
Yeah, like whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. He just kind of goes right back into drinking.
Yeah. That is probably our best bet, given Joreg survived and might have left some sort of archive or...
You think he's still alive?
Didn't Bell
I
and
do not, but he was the Magister of Kerdarum.
Alright.
did Bell and Yorick not work on those devices together?
They did, but my only thought is that he returned to Kerdarum after...
I would agree. I think you're onto something.
Yes.
It might be better, yeah, because he just found out about stuff. Like, Bell's found out about a bunch of the stuff at the archive, but the mask stuff, they mailed that together.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess if we don't really need to find out the backstory, we just need the masks, then yeah, Cara Dorn is a good idea.
We could make that our second stop. It's the furthest away.
We should...
Sounds important though.
True.
And we can just head south from there.
Is there one of these locations that we could pass on if our time became pressing?
I mean, I don't think we should pass on any of them, but
Again, this is only if time becomes a pressing issue.
I think we will. So, whatever Yorig created after the death of everyone else is something that we would want, I would assume.
I agree. I think that these masks seem like the most important of these relics we've learned about. And so the finding them should be our top priority. They seem like they would be... The most information would be in Kerdarum or the archives.
Right. And we are going to the archives for something else, correct?
I think there was something there.
Corellin's Afterlight, I believe.
we can also just go get the masks from the heroes themselves as corpses. We know where they fell.
That was 250 years ago.
I mean, I don't imagine anybody's been back to that place much since. You'd have to be fucking crazy.
I think someone said it was cursed.
I mean, every dead city where people were all murdered at the same time is cursed.
Curse.
Yeah, you knock down all the fucking buildings and everyone gets murdered, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's a curse." It's not a curse. It's just everybody died. It's scary.
I mean,
Okay.
he's not wrong.
Well,
I mean, we don't have to. It just seemed like it'd be quicker.
I think... No, it's fine, the idea. We'll go to Ocean Shade, and then we will make our way eastward and go to Cardarum.
Yep.
Sounds like a plan.
It's the first time we've had one of those.
I suppose you're right.
And we could head down south and go to the library, or we can head to the Verdant Catacombs, which both are on the way or nearby.
I kind of want to see that Clockwork Leviathan.
Well, with any luck, we'll be able to see them all.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is, but it sounded cool.
And Robin once again chimes in, it's scary as shit.
Yeah,
Like, it's cool. I mean, if you don't die, it's pretty damn cool.
That's pretty much all of our life. That's pretty much summed it up.
Yeah.
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 If you don't die, it's pretty damn cool.
Yeah. Pretty much what we got.
Yeah.
I'm onto this earth and things put me in their belly.
Yeah, we get eaten a lot.
Just you.
That's not true.
Well, we had to fight with four creatures that could eat things, so that one was a little different.
Great. Is there anything else?
No?
I would like to do something before sleeping, but after the celebration.
Okay. I think the celebration goes on for a couple more hours.
Yeah.
Well, until like the
Rain gets really drunk and gambles.
word.
At some point during the evening, then, before we go to bed, Amelia would like to get up and walk out of the tavern.
Okay. So yeah.
That's what I was gonna do.
Well,
I'm just kidding. Not at the same time.
Amelia.
Amelia would like to go back to the forge.
Okay.
What's the dude's name? Gordon? Something.
It is
Gordon.
Gordon.
Have him make you a Doctor Doom mask.
Yeah.
Tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go back to the forge and see if he is still working.
He seems to be milling about, putting away his things by this point. Because you're probably hitting there just before.
Yeah, I'd imagine it's a little late. But
Yeah. But like just before midnight, I would say. I think you all probably kind of call it around like 1, give or take, at the partying, but you probably leave earlier.
Yeah.
There. And he's definitely just packing his wares up and kind of tying everything off and putting it away. And he kind of sees you and goes, "Oh, sorry. How can I help you? I don't think I caught your name last time."
Amelia.
Well, Amelia, how can I help you?
I actually just had a few questions.
About?
He was like,
Your
"Die,
work with the Hecatontries.
Oh,
Marks him.
what can I help you with?
How long were you under their employ?
A good while. About 5, maybe 10 years.
That is a while. What did you do for them?
I was a soldier. I stayed rank. I fought the battles they pointed us towards. And they got fire giants.
Why did they get the fire giants?
Because it's much easier to terrify people into submission when something literally towers over them.
That is true. They had fire giants stationed in Moore Beach when we were there. The entire town was basically locked down.
That's why I left. I defected. I ran.
You left because of the situation at Moore Beach or because of their occupations?
No, I left because of the cruelty that the fire giants brought to the battalion. They cared not for life, and cared not for the nuances of war. Women, children should be spared, especially in the sense of taking over a town. You can take most of the population, you can make them into indentured soldiers. But the fire giants, they took who they needed and slaughtered the rest.
Did you work for them willingly?
Before I knew what they were all about, yes, I signed up.
What made you want to do so?
Money, coin, renown.
That's fair. And you were just a soldier.
I was.
They didn't have you do anything out of the ordinary?
I don't know what you mean.
Things a regular soldier wouldn't be expected to do.
He kind of lifts an eyebrow to that, and I mean, I don't believe so. Is there something specific you are referencing?
Did they ever have you go looking for anything?
No. I didn't know that they were looking for something. Are they?
We have reason to believe they are. What they're looking for and what it's going to do, however, is a mystery.
I apologize. I was drafted, brought into Winterwind. From there, I was sent out on a few missions.
After years of being just a grunt, only rising up in the ranks a paltry sum. Once I saw these beasts tower over me. I say that. Look at me. I'm the beast that people tell their children at night. I don't know. It was too much for me. I knew of the truth from my work there, but I didn't know that we were the enemy until it was far too late. There are things I have seen, nay, there are things that I've done that I'll never be able to forgive myself for. But I try with every pound of my hammer, every stoke of my forge. I try to make recompense to them.
Well, if you truly fight for these people and they fall, you will have a hand in that. Until then, is there anything that you can tell us about their operations or their processes?
I know that one of their mainstay fortresses sits within Winterwind. It's a northern city along the coast of Dakator. That's one of their main naval bases. High-ranking commanders work out of there as well.
Do you know of any sort of suspicious activities that take place in Winterwind?
I haven't been there for years, my dear. I saw it while it was more of a training ground. Now I can only imagine it being a fortress.
I figured as much. I just haven't been able to stop thinking about it. And if there's anything that you could give us that would help.
I'll see what I can remember. And if I find you around, if you're still in the thicket, I'll try to bring you some more. I tried to put a lot of that past me, but I have a few things I've written down before. I'd have to go back to my house, though.
Anything about them looking for something, collecting things, would be very helpful.
Oh,
I'm sorry to bother you so late.
no. It feels good to talk about it. Most now don't even pay any attention. It reminds me of the work and the good work that I do now to remember what I had done before. So thank you.
That's all you can do. You can't change your past. But hopefully you can help us change the future.
Every day.
Thank you again. I will leave you to it. Enjoy your evening.
May the whispers of the wind guide you.
And you as well. And I will head out.
Okay,
Head back to the bar.
got it. Metolius?
After the party is settled down and everyone's going to bed, Metolius will just go try and find a quiet place of reflection, or like, I don't know, is there some sort of like garden or something in the center
Yeah,
area,
actually,
or some just
on the
somewhere
middle
private,
tier.
or somewhat private?
Of the right above you, where the above where the open market sets, there seems to be a large open air garden.
I'm just gonna go there and pray
Okay.
to Maliki for some guidance to help show Amelia her path, or past. Just pray for Amelia, and hopefully that Maliki or Guerin can show me some sort of plan of action or a first step, anything.
You kneel and pray in the midst of this garden. A small portion of the trees above you is open. They've actually seemingly cultivated as such, so you see the night sky or the day above. And above you sits a very familiar constellation, one of an archer, a huntress. And you stare up at it as you say your words and your prayers to Amelia. You notice, you swear the stars blink and move as though she draws her bow. And as the momentary lapse of a seemingly hand within the constellation releases, a shooting star flies across the sky as though an arrow loosed, and it seemingly heads eastwards towards the main island.
Okay.
And then a beautiful breeze of very floral, very sweet scents kind of pass by your nose.
Excellent. I take note of all of this and I say, thank you, my lady, as I wrap up my prayers. And I'm going to go back to the inn.
Okay.
And is there a light on in the ladies' room, or is it darkness?
I mean, how late do you two stay up?
Well, I was gonna say that as the party is winding down,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to Grimtuck
Oh.
and I'm gonna say, hey,
Hey,
Hey.
hey,
what's going on?
can I buy us a bottle in our own room?
Sure. Fuck it.
Because I have a really good feeling that we're gonna be sleeping in fucking tents and shit for a really long time after this.
Yeah, it's gonna be real fucking lame.
Yeah.
I mean, tents aren't so bad, but yeah, all right, fuck it, let's do it.
So I guess it's up to Amelia, actually.
Is it up to me?
Well, I mean, if there's a light on in the ladies' room, I suppose so.
Oh, are you
Like,
saying that
They
you're in the other room?
got their
As
own
in,
room.
like-
They got their
Yeah.
own room. You
Like,
find
if
yourself.
I am
Yeah.
and
And-
Grimtuck are
Yeah.
And our
like-
own room.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So
I thought you
there's
said,
a
can we
bottle-
get a bottle in our
No, a
in
bottle
our room?
and
Okay.
our own room, and so if there's a light on in our room,
Oh, yeah,
that's up
there's
to
a
you,
light on.
is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Word.
Amelia would probably just be like sitting on her bed, like back against the wall, pack on the floor, probably like knees propped up like to her chest with her like book out, like reading.
Okay. You see a light on.
I open the door.
Hold up.
Oh, sorry.
I ain't done yet. You see, as you're walking up, you notice that there would be a light on. Elduin, did you want to do anything before retiring? Are you trancing in the...
Just trancing.
Just like...
Transit.
Fucking close.
Yeah.
Dude. Well, he's got the ring now.
I've
So.
got the ring. Dude, yeah, right. Exactly. Teak joins in. He's just got a glow stick in his
Oh
mouth.
my god, I'm gonna create a magic item that's just called Light Show, and it's just a glove, different colored lights on the fingers.
Yes.
Oh, you guys are ridiculous. I love it.
Okay, so, Amelia, as Elduin's trancing out,
Trancing out.
yeah, as Grimtuck and Rain are doing their thing, and as Metolius begins to walk towards the door, you are reading your book, and the normal pages are there. You see the words that no one else can see. You read them left and right, and you just continually kind of reread, and then you get to a page that you notice is for a moment blank to you, which hasn't happened at all. And as you kind of look at it and your head tilts, you notice words start to appear, but before you're able to read what they say, your vision is completely blown out white. And you, Metolius, hear the sound of a thud as Amelia, you almost go rigid as your whole body just slams up against the wall. And Amelia, you feel cold. Frozen cold. And your vision, you're kind of looking around, that same white kind of fills your eyes, and you can't seem to move your limbs. And then your eyes clear just enough to notice the night sky. And you're looking straight at it, stars, just pinpricks in the midst, no clouds. But as you try to struggle and move, your limbs completely held down by something, but you're unable to move your head. You notice the edge of your vision, 4 different glows of light start to kind of grow. One green, one yellow, one blue, and one red. Just the edges, just out of your vision, just enough where you can't see what's making this. You see them kind of grow in intensity and start to fill the sky. As it does, it blocks out the stars until finally the 4 colors meet in the center, and you notice whatever's making it is just at the edges of where you can see. Your peripherals just can't catch whatever these things are, but whatever they are, they're huge. And as you see all 4 colors kind of intermix right in the center, high above you, from out of your chest explodes this white giant beam of light that erupts in a shower of energy that pours up and hits what seemingly was the canopy of this kind of glow that had grown and turns into this tree and begins to fall down like branches. And as you see this white light that had erupted from your chest kind of fill the space again, finally, once covering all of the 4 colors, your vision, white, comes back. Your body back to your own control, and your eyes now looking at the pages normally. And you hear a knock or the door.
Well, with the thud happening, I would have rushed in there.
Okay, you hear the thud, and then as your vision kind of comes
Does it
back,
look like a seizure?
well, you hear the thud and you rush in there. As your vision starts coming back, the door swings open.
Oh, that was very fast.
And Metolius is now standing there with a look of panic. Maybe not
concern.
like concern on his face.
How do I feel when I see him?
Out of breath. Breathless almost entirely. You
She's
even
sweating or
a bit
anything?
of cold.
Oh.
Does he see that? Or is that something I just see?
I think both of you see that.
And you're like, is she
And I'm
shivering? Kind of, maybe? Okay. Are you alright? What happened?
I don't know. I look down at my book and I don't see a blank page.
Nope. You see your normal. The spell is the text from your whatever patron this is.
I kind of point my finger at the book and I say, there was a blank page. One that's not normally there.
I've never looked in this book. I'm gonna look in it.
Okay. You see blank pages.
Did you just say there's a blank there was a blank page?
There was, and then all of a sudden writing started to appear before I could make out what it said. I felt this cold. It was freezing all of a sudden, and then my sight was gone. Everything just went white. And then I saw a night sky. And I was being held down by something. I don't know what. I was on the ground, I think. Staring at the sky, and I saw these 4 lights. They were all different colors. I tried to move, but I couldn't, and the lights came together. And when they did, this white light just erupted from me. And then I came back.
And what happened when the white light erupted from you?
It just kind of streaked towards the sky and started to spread out.
Was it an ill omen or a positive one?
I don't know. I've never felt cold like that.
You look like you're freezing.
It doesn't make sense.
Perhaps your patron has gifted you with divine smite. Not divine smite. That's my gig. Divine sight. Perhaps your patron has gifted you with divine sight.
It's possible. There's pieces I'm missing. I know there are. I didn't see it all. I couldn't see what was holding me down. But every time I've experienced something from them, it's been warm and loving, inviting. It's never been cold.
Perhaps this is a warning. Sounds like a bad omen to me. Or an ill omen at the very least.
It's absolutely strange.
I have something to tell you.
She's gonna close her book and sit up. Kind of like pull a blanket around her.
I prayed and appealed to my patron to help find some guidance in trying to help you, and I was pointed eastward. Toward the main island.
What does it mean?
I think we are bidden to travel there, or the answers you seek perhaps lie there.
Well, I would say there's no doubt we're supposed to travel there. It's where we have to find these artifacts. It's where the
I agree.
Edelwines are.
But we should be on the lookout for more clues. Perhaps we can... Perhaps you will be visited by your patron in a positive way, and you can ask some questions. Who knows?
If only.
And just keep our minds open to the clues. I'm sure they'll reveal themselves in time.
Yes, I'm sure they will. I mean, she like shakes her head and rubs her forehead. It's like, at least I hope they will. I feel like after seeing Elwyn, I'm getting closer, but even then, the fight we had after that, I don't know.
I think you just need a change in tactics. I think that just adjusting how you act on the battlefield could do a lot of good. Maybe hold back a bit, and then after Grimtuck and I have engaged, then follow in. 1-2 punch, as they say.
Yes, maybe I need to practice more.
We can train if you want.
It couldn't hurt.
Yeah, we can train in the morning after my prayers.
Yes,
We can work on it on the boat.
I don't think we decided how long we're going to stick around.
I would think we would want to leave soon.
I mean, I would hope so. Time is of the essence. And we have a few days before we can even get back to Silence.
Yes.
If that is still the plan. I don't know how else we're going to get to Ocean Shade if we don't.
We'll figure that out in the morning. It's late and I need rest.
Yes.
I would say enjoy your book, but there aren't any words in it.
You too? I guess Elduin can't read it either.
Perhaps you have greater sight than he or I. I have been granted great boons by my lady, but none like that.
Yes, I'm not sure what it means, to be honest.
We'll find out.
Much like everything that's happened these last few weeks.
Just give it some time. I think things will become revealed to us.
Yes, they will. All we can do is continue this path. I mean, we have to.
Just have to
If those things really stand in our way, stand a chance at taking this place, taking this world, we have to stop them.
Absolutely. We will be the light. Don't you worry.
The light.
Together. The light
Yes.
that pierces the darkness. Have a good night, Amelia.
You too.
And I leave.
I think as the night is drawing to a close, like right before dozing off to sleep, Grimtuck would say, "Hey, Rain,
Yeah.
I've been thinking a lot about that vision, or I guess whatever it was, and just kicking around the idea in my head that what's coming next isn't going to be pretty. It's not going to be the easiest part. Everything before this was just figuring things out. And now that we have a goal and a plan, I think things are going to get really dark.
This is why I was trying to enjoy myself tonight, honestly.
Well, I just wanted to say that I think that everybody means well, but you and I are a little different in that I think we have a little... I sense some of it in Amelia too, but we have a little bit more of the strength to, I guess, do what needs to be done, even if it's not the nice thing to do.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to come in really... I think it's going to be necessary. And we have to do this all together, all of us. But I feel like what comes next... I think that part of us might be really necessary.
I agree.
I don't know if it's something that you're trying to get away from, and I don't... It's just part of life for me. But
I think there's parts of my past I'm trying to get away from, but that's more hearsay. It's not about that. So yeah, I'm prepared to do whatever I can.
man, we might not. It's like the guy in the end back there before the Belnir's place burned down.
Yeah.
It had to happen, and I don't think that's going to be the last time something like that happens.
Nope.
And I don't know if it's necessarily
something that should happen in front of everyone else. But that's not going to be the last time something like that happens. And I just need to know that you're with me.
I'm with you. 100%.
Can't let whatever this is destroy the entire fucking world. And somebody's gonna have to get their hands dirty to do it. And I think those people are us.
Yep, usually is.
And I showed up with my hands dirty, so fuck it.
Same here.
If it gets us one step closer to done, wherever they send these fucking people, whether it's gone for good or gone for another 500 years, I don't want to just kick it down the road. But if that's what happens, that's what happens. Maybe somewhere along the way we'll do some good, maybe more good than bad. I don't know.
I mean, I guess I hope that whatever has to be done.
Well, all right. Well, thanks for what it's worth.
Not a problem.
And I doze off to sleep.
I think at that point, I'm also going to call it for the night. And we'll see you all next time on the Swordcast Adventures.
Hey, this is Elijah, aka Grimtuck. Thank you very much for listening to our show, listening to this most recent episode. If you are so inclined, please, whatever app you're listening on, whatever podcast app, Spotify, Google Play, whatever, if you could maybe give us a like, maybe give us a good review, it would be super helpful because it gets our name out and gets us on all those fun little algorithms that pop up when it says, hey, if you like this, you would also like this, and that would really help us out. If you also want to help us out, maybe check out our socials. You can search for any of them: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We got anything at the Swordcast Adventures. Also, Patreon, we have an awesome $5 tier that gets you access to our extra content, including cool things like art from me and an awesome campaign run by Matt, aka Metolius, where myself, Chris the DM, Jess, and Matt's awesome wife Emily journey through the undead dinosaur-infested Tomb of Annihilation, and a lot of PCs die. I'm a wizard on that campaign and somehow haven't died yet, which is kind of nuts because you'd think wizards, undead jungle, dinosaurs, terrible shit, they would be the first one out the door. But he's kind of turned into a sociopath because of it. It's pretty fucking great. But yeah, aside from that, we always got a lot of projects going on. Definitely check us out on our socials to follow. Check them out. We just did a pretty amazing thing that was a Valentine's Day game that I don't really think I'm qualified to speak on, but it is pretty awesome. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you again for checking us out. We love all y'all, and see you next Monday.